The loving in my heart won't break in two. I never wanna say that we are through. I'm holding on to what we still have left. And yeah, you know
there's a lot of things on my mind. Stacking money like 365. There's a lot of things on my mind. Stacking money like 365. There's a lot of things on my mind. Stacking money like 365. There's a lot of things on my mind. Stacking money like 365.
Just hold on. Been to places that I'll never go. Seen some faces that I'll never know. I keep dancing, but it's just for show. Whoa. Look up at the sky full of stars. Close my eyes, I only see the dark. Tell myself I wanna seize the night. Alright, and we walk this road together. You know, still feel like I'm alone. Just hold on, just hold on, just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on.
Everything will change one day. Every moment's gonna love Dickey's barbecue pit for fall off the bone ribs, and now we're adding pit smoked wings to the lineup. Prepare to get sauced and try both ribs or wings with any of our 8 new sauces. Classic barbecue, buffalo, lemon pepper, Texas hot, sweet barbecue, buffalo hot, Carolina barbecue, and rib rub. Go crazy and choose from 5 sizes. Put it all together for the ultimate tailgate. Whether dining at our place or having it delivered to yours, legit.
Take me home, boy. We all wanna be a little strong.
Everybody's telling me love is not, it seems to be. Hurts though you don't want it to.
All right, folks, just give it just another minute and we'll be going live. Just hang tight.
Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid.
Oh, look at that. Here we go.
Ooh, it's dark.
What are you doing?
I haven't actually set the whole thing up quite yet. That's my biggest problem. I don't know. Should we build something?
Well, we're already live.
Wait, what? You didn't lead into the lead-in? We're just.
I know you running slow. I've been playing music for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, whatever. Hi, folks. This is Dave over here at SIL. How y'all doing this week?
This is Mark with NAS Aero System, but I gotta transition to the. There we go. Now they can see us.
I got to. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Oh. Well, I just chewed it all up. That's fine. I don't care. So, let me fix that. Hi, folks. There. I'm up with brightness of the lightness.
Yeah. That's one thing we gotta have is light. So
Live right now. I'm like, oh yeah. It's
welcome to Wednesday Night Weekly. No, that doesn't work.
What's up, man? We was working on. Like I said, we was talking. We was working on this the other night so that we could get his stuff a little bit more together.
Who, what?
I mean, some things. He's just got to get me some dates now, and I think it'll be okay. Like he's got well, I mean, I'm locked in 2 of the 3 bases. He was talking about the third. I still need that third one if we're going to do that third base he was talking about. Like I said, I've got 2. And I've got an idea of what he could put, because he gave me like 8 planes. Dude, he gave me 8 planes, so he's already got about as many as you do.
What are you talking about? I got more than 8 planes.
Do you now? Yeah, you do, don't you? I know, maybe you do. I don't know. What do you got? You got, let's see. Oh, he's got a Swallow too.
No, that doesn't work. Can't have it.
Okay, so you got, let's see. Let me see. You got those. Yeah, you got a Viper. Yeah. Well, you haven't done much You haven't done much testing with Ninja Raptor, right?
No.
So see, you're kind of stuck with those being the way they are.
But Ninja actually has a lot of technology on it. Technically. And no, I did do a little bit because I changed some things on Ninja from the original.
You can't see us. What you mean you can't see us? You can't see us?
How can he not see us?
Why can't he see us? Are we being seen?
From From my end, I can see. Yeah.
I mean, as long as you see this light gray, dark gray squares.
I mean, I would refresh your stream. Let me go.
Possibly.
Hang
That
on.
could be what it is.
I'm showing we're live.
I know. I've seen it. Yeah, I see ours is.
And I see that I'm looking at it here. So
What's good with you? All right.
I would refresh it because it shows we're up.
It does indeed. Yeah.
Okay.
I see it. So.
I mean, how much of a lag is there?
Shouldn't be much, should it?
I didn't think so. I mean, I thought maybe there was like maybe a 30-second delay.
It could be. I didn't think it was that much. When I check out on the live, if I look at it, it's usually only a few seconds, like 3 or 4.
Right.
I mean, because words that we speak, and then I catch up
Right.
with it, and it sounds kind of funny. So.
1.
Oh, you did? Okay. We're good. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'd say it's about 15 seconds or so at least.
Oh, so you do it. Oh, see, yeah, you do it on your phone. That could. I mean, you gotta go
Yeah.
through service too. So yeah, that could be what it does. What
Yeah,
does it.
and I mean, I do stream at a higher quality. I'm sorry. I mean, I could probably change that.
Whatever.
I mean, I just have the capabilities of being able to do that.
So yeah. Anyway, but okay. So he's got 8 birds. He needs to diversify a little bit more. He's probably got more. The last question I left him with was whether he still had manta or not, because manta was something we was talking about a little back ways, and he might have a couple more. He just pointed out 8, and he had rolls with him. So I said, I know I got those to deal with, and I've got like 2 bases for him. And if he was talking about a third, we could get that one in there. And then I was just giving him examples of how he could base the planes. That would something like what we've already done, of course. So, and that way I know like what squadrons to give him. Especially because if he gives me dates, I can figure out if I've got to backdate these squadrons or if I've got to like if they're current. You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean.
Well, he says he's been doing it since he's 5. But okay, so how many places have you lived since you were 5?
That could be a whole of what the deuce is going on here?
Well, most people don't move like we do.
Most people don't move like you do.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. We're about to add another one.
Dude, it's not even basically his fault, but I mean, Quantico's a prime example of it. The dude moved all over Quantico. I mean, we
That
ran
was
out of
not
places
my
to give
fault.
him.
Yeah.
We ran out of places to give him stuff. I mean, he's got a bomb group. He could almost put a training group and a missile group there, really. But
Well, yeah,
I mean,
but that was
obviously,
not
but that wouldn't
that
matter.
was not my fault. That was all military.
that's true.
I
But that's what I'm
can't
saying.
control where they tell you where to live.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing. If anybody is probably going to be closing bases before anybody else, well, actually, he's already done. Mark's already done it. He's already closed a couple. I've closed a couple too, though. I mean, it's not like we haven't. But,
Yeah.
I mean, he's got so many in Florida and North Carolina. It's not even.
Oh
funny.
yeah. I think I've already closed one in Florida, haven't I?
Yes, you have. You closed 2 in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. See. I'll probably close another one when I move.
It's all a matter of again, we don't do it like OAE always talks about. We don't do it. We do it basically to help ourselves remember. It's not so much as just hey, as many bases as we can, let's go. And we don't. I try to make it as structured and organized because it looks cool to have different planes from different areas. But don't get me wrong, it's not like there's some house back in South Carolina that there's somebody standing by all this time with some of my planes so we can throw them around. No, that's not the case. All of my planes always go with me. It's just that they're coded for different places. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, some of ours are somewhere.
Some of ours are somewhere. Yes. Yes.
They are.
Did you have a chance to check out the maps? I've changed the maps.
I have
I mean,
not.
only a little bit. It's not like I added or subtracted, but I mean, everybody's color coordinated now, so it's really kind of cool. And there's a lot more detail to it before, it includes our mascots. and it actually does tell you like the day they started up, and it has their fin codes on there. So it's really a little bit more in depth now. It makes it cooler. So I'm kind of just preparing it in case you want to somehow include it in the database, if it's possible. I was thinking it might be better to have a little bit more data in there.
We have a
than
database.
Yeah. Well, we kind of got one. I thought I didn't know where you were at on that, but I was thinking we did.
We have a database. Who's working on that?
Well, I don't know. I'm guessing Casper is probably part of the plan.
Part of the government. See, there's an impeachment going on.
That only affects the president. That does not affect contractors. Nice try.
But what had happened was the whole government shut down, so I didn't get paid.
No, see, yeah, no, like Robert was doing it.
The
I mean,
database got wiped on the hard drives of
don't
Hillary.
give me that garbage. You still working on it. You just had pause points. These things take time, man. These things take time.
10 years time.
Okay, well, sometime longer than others. You know how the government works. It takes forever to get this stuff going.
Yeah.
They got to hold meetings and congressional hearings on whether or not it's even feasible to economically viability the constitutional amendmental rights about making a thing and
making a fictitious database.
That's right. That's right.
I thought about it. So I gotta have a meeting about thinking about the process.
I mean, like I can keep you. I mean, dude, you did the same thing. I started when I was 5 too, but it's not like. I mean, don't misunderstand me. I wasn't organizing this when I was 5 years old. I organized IVPAC in general. I retroactive mine because I could. And I just said, like, well, the first time I built a plane or two, I'm putting it in and counting it as a base and starting it. That's what I did. I mean, you guys got in later, and I mean, in certain cases, we kind of retroactive use some of your stuff. But I mean, like, obviously, it can only go back so far before it starts looking a little weird.
Yeah, I didn't retroactive anything.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he basically started that. I mean, Mark told me back in the day, he told me, like, well, yeah, I made planes before, but it was never really all that. It's just it's something everybody.
Yeah, they
does.
were never my designs.
Yeah, and I mean, like, hell, I'm pretty damn sure the ones I made were never mine either. But when you're 5 years old, you think they're the shit, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But that's why those planes are like, okay, we got rid of them, we moved on,
And now another word from our sponsor.
Again.
I'll be back. You hold him tight. I'll be back.
All right, he'll be back. All right. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'll retroactive all of yours in there. I mean, I can do a little bit of something, but like as far as bases go, like at places you lived when you were 5, I won't put those in there because that would throw a monkey in the wrench. Oh yeah, I'm sure too, man. But the bus was my first plane. That bus was my first plane. A flying bus was like everybody. I've got this one paper airplane book about how this dude in particular talks about how this one plane in there. I've got it still. He says, like, this is the basic plane everybody built. And I look at it, I'm like, man, my plane never looked like that. I don't know what the hell this guy's smoking, but he said it. So, and you look at it, it's like, dude, mine was a flying bus. Where the hell did this guy get this idea from? And I mean, because, like, we started out, we built the flying bus, and then we just kept going, a couple extra folds, and it was no longer a bus. It looked cool. Still big, but it was cool, And then we'd like, oh, maybe I could streamline and blah blah blah, and so on you go. But this guy, it was like a slanted snub nose glider, and I'm like, man, I never thought of that. I don't even think I still thought of that. So yeah, I mean. So anyway, but like we were talking last night, and I said that do you retroactive some of it, like maybe some of your planes, maybe, but I wouldn't want to go back as far as squadron goes. It's just like. We'll get you in current, like as far as the planes you've got and then the bases you've got. Hopefully it's 3. Hi, OAE. How you doing, man? You remember your first planes? Yeah. Everybody hopefully remembers their first ones. And everybody would like to think like your first ones were when you were younger, whatever age it was, when you were 3, 2, 8. It was cool then, and it's just a matter of whether you continued it or not. So I mean, okay, I will give you this, like, what we were talking about. There are a couple bases where I do have some planes. Like, my parents' house, they live in North Carolina now. That is one of my bases because I was there. I do have some planes down there still, a very small amount because I like to keep them on hand, but they're there, So, but I mean, like, all the other houses and all the other bases that you see that were mine from back in the day, no, they don't have a single plane over there, nor would I let them happen. But it's cool to have the squadrons. It's cool to have the wings. It's cool to have the fin codes, just like Air Forces do. They belong to this place, and that's what I liked about it. So, yeah, I mean, you can have as few or as many as you want. It's just a matter of how many you want to keep track. OAE keeps it simple. I do. OAE, seriously, I want to make that like a special stream. I mean, we can make it a Wednesday night. I just want to be ready for it, Do you think it'll be a long build? This take a while? Because you mentioned it somewhere before. It'd probably be like a 2-3 hour show, right? I would probably want to start it a little bit earlier for the basis of timing, just to make it a little bit more comfortable for everybody. I know you're on the West Coast, so it doesn't matter too much to you. It's not too late for you, but East Coast boys over there might have an issue with it. So, especially if he's going to get all goofy over there like he does.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know how he is. You remember? Oh God, he's back. You know how he was when he was last like we got 2 hours and then he went off on a tangent and gone, just gone. So we can't all do that.
Right. See, you
But I took that part out of the show. That's edited. So if you look back on the previous show, it's 2 hours 4 minutes. Done. So we're cool. I just like to think we get people thinking about ideas and building something while we're bullshitting around. That's really all. I mean, because that's what it's all about. I mean, we'll talk to you about some things IVPAC, some things Paper Airplane, and then hopefully you get like, ooh, I got this idea. And
yeah.
So it goes.
You know how we were talking about weather?
Yeah.
Well, those people lie. They should be fired from doing their job. And get somebody in there who's going to tell the truth about the weather.
Well, they can't tell the truth. They just don't know accuracy, man. They're not accurate at all. Why? What's wrong with yours?
If I wasn't accurate with my job, I would be fired.
Why? What's wrong with yours?
My weather?
Yeah.
It ain't sunny.
Was it supposed to be?
Yeah, the whole week.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's not supposed to be sunny right now at 9 o'clock.
Well, I'm saying that they lied, that it wasn't sunny. The other day, when I went to go out, it was raining.
Well, they didn't lie to me. They got ours pretty much down pat because it's.
Well, they're used to it. Yeah, all you got to do is it's cold and it's gonna snow. Yeah, it's wintertime up north.
It was raining. Actually, it did a little bit of everything today. It misted, it rained, it sleeted, it snowed.
See, they didn't predict that.
Today.
They didn't predict that. And even if they did, they would have been like, yeah, it's gonna rain and then it's gonna turn to snow. Well, yeah, that's what it does.
Right.
Like, I could do that part. No, you can't. These people cannot predict the weather down here. They do not know what they're doing. They can't predict
the weather up here. It's like looking into a crystal ball. It's like the old Indian tale about putting the rock outside and say, like, if rock is wet, it is raining. If rock is hot, it is hot. It's sunny and hot. I mean, that's basically what you got to do. I mean,
What do you mean begun? Like, you're starting right now, or you started like a month ago, and that's how long it's taken to build it?
Oh, it's got to be during the week. He would have told us about it last week, so it's got to be in the past week.
So you still working on it? That's what I'm saying.
Well, you said begun.
I don't like a plane that takes longer than.
His stuff is like projects, man. He's got projects. So, I do too. I just don't like. Usually, I put the idea to paper and then I'll start folding it, or I'll just start folding it. One or the other. I don't ever go like Y13 over there who draws. I mean, I've got nothing. Dude, it's a great idea. It's just if I drew it, I know I wouldn't be able to fold a plane to look like my drawing, so I don't ever bother with it. That's the only difference.
Yeah, I've never been able to do that. I can barely draw. So, I mean,
see, so if we do a Zeta stream, we need at least 2 hours solid on building this damn thing, which we can do. I would say we should make that like a special.
Probably a
episode
2 hour, 2.5 hour.
Right. And I mean, we could do that because nothing wrong.
Because 30 minutes of it are going to be me complaining about building it.
Right, exactly. So, maybe we'll have to do a preemptive show for the show. oh man, I'm gonna get this damn thing wrong.
We need to like prep it like the day before.
We do. You're gonna have to tell us. Well, I mean, it's in instructables. We can do the whole thing, like make sure we got all the materials, the right papers, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And then like once we get started, we're like, okay,
See, 2 hours would be a minimum. See, yeah, no.
Don't give me
Not
that
to
crap.
build.
Dude, we just had a 3.5 hour show last week.
But I'm not talking about the length of how long the show is. I'm talking about how long it takes to build something. I don't want to take 2 hours to build something.
Well, why not?
I mean, it's not like a model thingy where you glue and paint and do all. No.
Well,
It's
it
a
can
piece
be.
of paper and I fold it.
Well, it
And
can be.
I'm not gluing and I'm not stapling and I'm not doing all that stuff to construct a thing that makes it go like this. That's just one part.
I draw planes too, but I draw real planes. I never draw my paper airplanes because I kind of figure like why, real planes look cool. I mean, paper airplanes look cool. Like React looks really cool. I mean, this plane
It does. I wanted to fly it.
React looks really cool. But so yeah, we could do the show. I mean, no, we could do that. 2 hours, so what? We can do that.
Bang
I mean,
my head
and
against
again,
this
we
mic.
gotta do it because we gotta compare how each one of us, make the plane to see how we do.
I need some time.
You got 2 hours.
I need some time.
Did you just say 8 pieces of paper?
See, like,
God.
where am I?
You see what we're working with here. You see my desk. I mean, if it's going to be over this desk, I'm going to have to switch the cameras around so I can go onto my other desk back there that you can't see. Because this one's...
Yeah, see,
kinda
that means
locked
I'm
in.
actually gonna have to clean up my mess.
Yeah, you're going to have to clean up your mess.
I'm not prepared for that. So here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. I'll make this promise. If I get this job, and this is just one scenario. Obviously. If I get this job and I move, as soon as I'm ready to go, I'll set up my space to where that's the first thing we build when we come back. Because I'm going to have to probably take some time off to move, maybe a week or two during that time frame, maybe 3 weeks, depending on how much the move is and how soon the internet gets turned on and everything else. And
Suppose that's
unpacked.
fair enough. We can deal.
And that's if I get this position. I'm still waiting on the position to close before they can review everything, before I find out if I got an interview, before they even tell me if I'm selected. So that's still a couple months. So it's not anything for certain.
Well, I mean, you did want to have everything cleaned up anyway, and
Right.
to be cleaned up, you want to make sure that you said this before. I mean, to be cleaned up, you want to make sure you were either going to move or not going to move, so you knew and make it worth your while. So, I mean, I understand.
Right. Yeah. So the second scenario would be, I don't move in the next few months, and then we try to figure out what we're gonna do. Cause I want to move. Like
You need that box.
I
You need that box, bro. You need that
got
box.
boxes. It's not about boxes. It's about the fact that I want to move.
God, no, you don't want to move. You don't need to move no more.
I want to move, man.
If you're going to move, you need to move to Georgia, Alabama, or something like that, somewhere nearby, so you can have one in a different state. Because you got Florida covered, like twice over. Florida is covered. Get your ass to Alabama, where you don't have a base yet. That'd be hot.
I'm not. I might take a trip to Alabama, but that's besides the point. I got a coworker that needs to go to Alabama.
See, there you go. Spend
I
you
was gonna
like
go with
about
him. It was gonna be a weekend trip.
Well, that would be perfect. You got a weekend trip, and there you go. Well, that's only a reserve base, though.
Yeah, but I could activate it.
Return trips.
Yeah, it's possible. But I could activate it. Technically, I could activate it. Since I know that I'm probably not going to come back. But I could activate it.
You got to repo a dog? I'm trying to picture that. That's kind of interesting.
Gotta repo a dog. Who in the world gets into a dog repoing business? Although that sounds kind of interesting and I might want to do that.
Well, then you just answered your question. The Omniwing Swift is a half scale. So are you still giving us like a 2-hour window to get that done? Or would that be a little bit smaller? You talk about internal parts. If they're scaled down in an Omniwing, I don't know, man. That, timing. Oh, he's got to repo a big dog. That's why, because you're going to have to tow it along. Dog, the bounty hunter. Dude, don't even get him started. They're going to see this stream and they'll be like, uh-oh, we got ourselves a show right there, buddy. This next thing is going to come on TLC. Oh, my God.
He's a scaled down Zeta with detailed differences.
Well, I mean, we could probably, I don't know.
Is that like Taylor? Is that what you call it? Taylor? T-Swizzle? That's supposed to be funny. That wasn't funny? Y'all ain't laughing at that? I see how it is.
Yeah, we're kind of up on our own.
Nobody likes Taylor Swift? Okay, yeah, that was pretty lame.
Yeah, that's going to be the next. Yeah, that'll be the next play. That'll be his next
That'll
version.
be T-Swizzle.
The Taylor Swift.
The T-Swizzle.
Jesus. I can't believe, thinking back on it, I can't believe we did the build show as it was on the Phase 1. I don't know if any of you guys get a chance to test out your Phase 1s?
I almost threw it in the water.
Oh, thank you. That would have
But
fun.
I decided not to take it outside. There's one big puddle out there.
Dude,
hoping that it doesn't rain tomorrow.
Mastiffs are always big ass dogs. This is Canadian, eh? I thought you said it was going to turn out to be 3 good days.
It was supposed to be like a week, but it lasted like a day.
God.
And the one day that I didn't get a chance to go out there, because I had to go do something.
I don't see how people up here want to move down there to get away from weather from up here when, like, you're talking about here. You're talking about yours. It's like raining all the time. See, he fell asleep. we did have a little bit longer stream, but it wasn't that bad. You're on the West Coast. I mean, what? It's like it's 7 o'clock over there. All right, traffic is just beginning. Actually, probably just in the middle of rush hour at West Coast, knowing West Coast. So, Robert, you coming up my way? Sweet.
Well, when you say Wisconsin, what part of Wisconsin are you talking about? Because that makes a difference.
It's not like the state. It's not like the state is huge now. I mean, damn. But you're right. North and south. If you're in the northern part of Wisconsin versus the southern part, of Wisconsin, we are talking about like 5 or 6 hours away.
Yeah.
I mean, but seriously, usually when people talk about Wisconsin, they know 2 towns, and that's about it.
Yeah, Milwaukee and Green Bay.
And they only know Green Bay because the freaking Packers are there.
You mean you're not happy?
Shut up.
I mean, everybody else is.
No, there's nobody else happy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they are. You know they are.
I don't.
All those cheeseheads around there.
I don't want to talk about this no more. Moving right along.
Oh, Madison. Well, yeah, I know Madison. I know a lot more than just those 3.
Yeah, he's been here. He knows.
I've lived there, and my wife's from there.
Well, hell, I live here. I still have a problem with. I mean, I can give you 10 towns, but after that.
What?
No, I mean seriously. There's a whole bunch of little ones.
You're not talking. You're talking cities, right? Like little cities. Yeah, I can name more than. Well, I might be able to name 10.
Well, I would say my sister would be, but like my sister's a dog breeder too, but she breeds Australian Shepherds, so a little bit
I
different.
need a husky, man. That's what I need.
No, you can't do that to a husky, man. Don't be doing that shit to a husky. That's fucked up. That's cruel.
It is not.
Yes, it is. They're not southern dogs, man. They have fur for a reason. They're supposed to stay up north. I mean, dude, they're like instantly panting as soon as they move anywhere down south. That's like cruel and inhumane.
No, they love it.
Oh
Take him
hell,
out to
you
the
will
beach
not.
and he'll think
You will
he's in the
definitely
snow.
not be the only black dude over here. Tell me, dude, seriously.
Oh no.
Oh my god. I mean, okay, granted, if you go up north, yeah, you might be the only black dude. But around here, no, you.
Yeah, no. No, not around there.
So you wait. Oh wait, going back to you said you were up a while that day, but you fell asleep. That must have been when we lost you. Like I know when we lost you during the stream because you stopped chatting, I guess. But it was a good thing you did go away because Mark was on another one of his tangents about the maps and stuff. So
Yeah. I was looking at the temperatures. I was curious.
I
as to what
gotta
was going
admit, I was in on that. I kind of scooted that along. I should have done that. I was talking about the weather, like what he was trying to find all these little towns in Alaska and Canada, going, what the hell is Fort Gustav Campbell or whatever? Why is it only 12 degrees there?
on. Well, yeah, I mean, depends on where you're flying them at.
Yeah, that's true. At least you can fly them in parks up here. Like you said, I remember you saying you can't fly them in parks down there. You can fly them in parks up here.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, remember we got if you guys have seen the pictures, Mark remembers, we covered the damn park in paper planes that one day.
Yeah.
That one famous picture we got, it's got 73 planes in it. And that's not even the high point.
Yeah, that was a crazy day.
That was a good park.
Do you
to
even
fly
have
in.
that picture somewhere?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Why you want a copy of it or something? Or?
No, I'm just saying I could throw it up on a stream, but
Oh yes, I could do that. Hold on, brother. I got you, bruh. I got you.
This is a few years back.
As it were,
About 7 years back.
as it were, I do. Bloody hell, I do have. There it is.
Back before this was a thing.
The drive is connected, so.
What do you mean the drive is connected? Like it actually works?
Well, no, I mean, like, I left it. I say that because I left, like a fool, I left it freaking connected all night, so I was kind of begging the cat to kill it again. Luckily, he didn't do nothing because I'm a stupid. But I did what I could.
I mean,
all right.
why don't you put it internal?
It's an external. Dude, it's an external drive.
It's not. It's a case around a internal hard drive.
Well, that's true, but I like it like this.
Yeah,
And I
well,
built
you're
myself-
asking for trouble.
Actually, yeah, but actually, I built myself my own personal rack so I can store 7 of them in one place and then hot link them that way.
What?
so.
Right over there?
Right over there. Yeah, you can't see it because it's right behind the monitor. But
Right
yeah,
over there?
Right back there. Right
there?
over there. Yeah. Then that's what I'm saying. This one was the only one that was out. So I got a couple others. I got a couple others. Wait. Can you see? Like, they're down here. I got a couple others like right over here, and then the others are right back there. That you can't see those.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, see, I got this one.
That's an internal hard drive.
That's what's
I got a
in
bunch of
there.
those. I got a bunch of those. Those are in my damn. Those are in my file.
what's in
like,
yours-
dude, I don't want to bring out my stack.
What's in yours is probably one of these.
Yeah, most likely one of those. I'm not going to say either way, but yeah, it's probably something like that.
So there's that. Where's my other one? Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Oh, where'd you go?
Wait a minute. Send that mother.
What the?
Bear with us. We doing. Why? What do you mean? What do you think so? I didn't think it was gonna be. You mean you think COPPA is going to affect like whether or not we build each other's planes? You think it's going to be something like that? I didn't think it was going to turn out to be anything. I've been looking into that because I've been trying to make sure that we're not, we don't mess with anybody's like. As far as I know, we don't mess with anybody's privacies or anything like that. Everybody's aware of what we're doing. So
I got that one. That's my big one right there.
But I can see where if they want to get you for, like, obviously, like, some kind of basic copyright infringement because you're building somebody. Man, it's going to take lawyers, and I don't give a crap. That's the whole thing, though. I mean, I've always pictured us as kind of that way anyway, and we have these, like, we're on here for the build, so, that's all it is.
Oh, my goodness. So
that
you
I'm
guys
not
are
sure.
seeing that.
Yeah, that's
I wonder who that guy is way out there. Who is that guy way out there?
Yeah, it kind of. Yeah, I know it kind of does, but yeah, you see the picture there. That was one of our shots of
Whose foot?
the great many planes that were out to take part.
Whose foot is that down there?
Well, I can't recognize just a foot.
I can.
It might, but
Whose plane is that?
I don't really see it being too hard. Besides, we tie everything together. Like I said, like, you could get to all of our stuff, like the Paper Airplane Wiki. We can tie.
Oh, no way.
The Facebook. We've tied, the homepage, the e-zine. They're all tied to it. So, I mean,
what in the world is
since
out
it's
there?
mine, I'm not too terribly concerned about who is, like, how it affects. If you don't want in, you don't want in, or, like, I mean, see what you want to see, so on and so forth. So,
dude, what in the world is out there? That's a lot of planes.
Dude, yeah, we did litter it up. We did litter it up. That's, like I said, that's not even that's a bulk majority, but that's not even all of them.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, we could always try a different media too, because we've talked about using a different media. It's just I don't know how successful we'd be elsewhere. We've been looking into it though, so I mean we've kept it in mind. That's a good park to fly at. Mark's favorite time was running after the damn Venom that went all the way down.
So, let me ask you guys that. What platform would you prefer to use? Twitch? Some like Mixer? Like, I mean, Mixer is more Microsoft anyways, but I don't want to use that. That's more gaming. But we could switch over to Twitch. Because we've talked about that, and that's not... There's nobody there that does anything anyways. And that might bring in a whole new crowd.
It's true.
It honestly might. I mean, obviously, not that we're not...
We got to figure
doing what we can here, but I feel like by now that in the live streams, somebody else would have already stopped by if they were looking for it.
Good possibility. Yeah, I would say so.
So
we got to figure out how to tap into the Japanese market because those guys would be watching.
But you got to look at what time it is there.
Well, yeah, true.
We'd have to stream in the morning time. Oh yeah, there's another.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, we could do a Thursday morning show.
No, we can't. Says who?
Okay, I'm sorry, a Friday morning show.
Says who? I mean, I could do Monday morning. This Monday.
Okay, a Monday morning show. We could do a Monday morning.
I can do this Monday, because it's a holiday.
Or alternatively, we could try like it'd be a super early Monday morning show.
What is what is that?
5 a.m. local, because that would be like a reasonable time, like evening in Japan.
Is that Venom?
I gotta take a look at that picture of myself. Well, we wouldn't have to worry about speaking Japanese so much. We could let the translators handle that. Because I mean, nowadays that stuff works out pretty well in our case. What number picture did I give you? 485, 585, 585.
I don't know what picture number that is.
Gotta see if I can find.
I can't see. It doesn't tell me what number.
What? How do you not?
It doesn't tell me what
Okay.
number.
All right, hold on. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so that's. Damn it! Zoom in.
Because that, honestly, is...
Oh no, that's Nebula.
Oh, I was going to say that was about the height that it was
Right.
as
Yeah,
it started to
that's
take off.
Yeah. No, that's Nebula. That's one of Missile's birds there. That dude, that pretty good flight there. I don't think I captured any good shots with Venom, believe it or not. I got a bunch of you guys. I didn't get so many of mine.
Yeah, so... It's so crazy the difference in how heavy this 3 terabyte is compared to this 500 megabyte or 500 gig hard drive is.
Or just paperweights.
Oh no, they're not.
Well, they can
Tackling
keep your
view.
planes from getting wet if you leave them outside.
Tackling view.
Tackling fuel. See, if we do Twitch, that way we don't have to worry about switching over for like game night.
No, no, you don't. You just change the title of the stream and then you just keep going.
Right?
You can update it all on the fly.
That's right.
And then we just, you just keep on trucking.
And see, the Georgia people, they'll give you a ticket because they got nothing better to do than like watch you litter and shit like that and then ticket you for something like that. Here is like the cops got better things to do than worry about bits of paper on a park. They're like, no, we're going to pick this up. What do you think? We just threw them out there on the ground and going to leave them? I mean, okay, I guess we kind of did throw them out there on the ground, but they flew on the ground and we're going to go get them anyway because I don't want to leave them here. Right. See, we do get reach. I mean, people do watch and other things. It's just a matter of like, again, we just got to work our SEO stuff and everything. That's all. I mean, if we paid more attention to it, we do pay pretty good attention. We just need to pay a little bit better attention, and we'd be all right.
Right. Yeah. I could say I could agree with that.
Because I mean, we could be doing more. So, I mean, there's obvious ways. I mean, you got other people's like There's ways. So.
See, this is the one that's heavy.
And what you mean you're contemplating? What else? Where else can you go with the 535? Dude, Georgia police are no joke, man. That's why I knew better than that too. That when I was still wearing my North Carolina plates and I was driving down there, that one of those bastards tried to put. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I don't care. One of them tried to pull me over. Like, dude, I pulled up next to a light, next to a cop, Georgia cop, with my North Carolina plates, right? And like, I was able to like, okay, we were gonna be the first ones in the line in both lanes, and it was nighttime, right? So he slowed way the hell down, and he let me pull up so he could read my plate, right? And then like, as we sat there at the light, he kind of crept forward a little, and when the light turned green, he took off. Well, he really took off. I don't know what he was doing initially. He took off at the light, and there was a hill. He crested the hill. He beat me to the hill and went over. And I don't know why, but I had this feeling because of the way he did that. So I immediately like turned off before I crested the hill and went into this parking lot where there was a Waffle House and parked my car and got out the car. And then I walked up to where the hill was. Sure enough, he was sitting on the other side of the road, facing that way, like waiting for me to drive by so he could probably get behind me and pull me over. And it's not that I was guessing that he was going to do that. I know he did do that because as I was walking back to my car, he rolled down the hill, pulled into the parking lot, and then went to my car and circled it and shined his light inside my car. So yeah, he was definitely looking for me for whatever reason. There was nothing wrong. I was just a North Carolina dude in Georgia. So I'm like, well, I'm not going back to my car for a little while because that joke was being so I wasn't going to go over there. And yeah, Georgia police, man, dude. I don't even know if I'm allowed to drive in Georgia anymore. I don't know. I'm not going because those bastards are bastards, and there's a cat.
Oh.
Hi, kitty.
Why do you always show up and try to destroy everything.
You're lucky we weren't doing our build yet, because he'd be right on it now, wouldn't he?
I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with these hard drives.
You mean besides leave them in your hands?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, paperweight.
Because I gotta reformat this 3 terabyte one so I can use it.
Oh, I can pass through. I'll be down there before. I'm just gonna have to steal somebody's Georgia license plate before I can actually drive in there. Because I'll be damned if they look at my out-of-state plate. Oh, this guy, cool.
You know, they don't mind Florida so much though.
No, because they're all y'all. I don't know what it is. You're right though. They don't.
I mean, they did pull me over and I got a ticket last time. But that's because I was speeding.
I know, but you only have to go 4 over in Georgia if you're from out of state before they're like, oh, you're pulled over.
Yeah, but I was doing more than that, and they got me. It was also in Valdosta.
That is usually a little bit worse when you're on that end of Georgia.
And it was a sheriff. It wasn't even a state trooper.
Oh, but of course.
On the interstate.
When you say that you have little vision, do you mean you don't really see it going far, or do you mean you have ideas? Because this is what we were. Did you change it? Oh, okay, how to build. You just put the how to build. Because I was gonna talk about one of the things I created a double Wasp the other day. For those of you that may or may not know, double Wasp is, I'm naming it kind of in honor of the engine from back in World War II that powered the Corsair and the B-29 and blah blah blah. But it's basically a Wasp, only a little bit thicker, and I don't really know if I want to keep it just because I
usually
believe
do 20 over everywhere I go.
I usually believe that I don't think I want to keep it. I don't think I want to leave it because I think it's not as basic the way it is now. A regular Wasp is a little bit harder to make than if I double papered it. It's not exactly double, but the point is it's a little bit more basic if I build a double Wasp. So I'm having a debate with myself as to whether or not I'm going to accept this thing. Although it does fly really good. I think I'd rather keep it the way it was. So I'll work on it. It's still in the testing phase. I still see if I'm going to use it or not. But I don't imagine in anywhere in California. Yeah, it's really unless you're doing. I think if you do the speed limit, you get under more suspicion. That's why they was every time you see a traffic. You guys always have the helicopters. You see some kind of police pursuit, traffic pursuit, and y'all are going a speed limit. Either that or it just looks that slow. But here we are on the 10 or on the 5 going 35 miles an hour, OJ style, convoy of cops back there because you ain't getting away because the copter's above your head. But we're going to do it anyway. I mean, it's most for attention, isn't it? It's not really for anything else. And oh no. For real? Are you really doing that right now?
What are you talking about? Oh, I forgot
you know what I'm talking about.
Sounds. Dagnabbit.
Can they hear that?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. I guess so. I forgot that the sounds were still on. Stupid game. I saw it at the corner of my eye, and I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can get this thing.
God. You have no serious need, which means your interceptor is good right now. So you're not too concerned. I mean, again, understandable. I mean, if you got what's the point, right? So.
Oh, no way.
That's one of the reasons why. I mean, I've kept trying to figure out, and Mark knows too, because seriously, I think since back at Raintree, I've been trying to see if I could find a replacement for Javelin, and I haven't. I mean, it's I can build planes. I can build planes that are like Javelin, but I mean, they're basically like Javelin. Why change it up if Javelin works? Because I have a newer design. I mean, that does make sense. It'd be nicer to have something that's not, the design, the base design rather, it's 27 years old. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, Javelin. Oh, we're talking about Javelin. 31 years old. Excuse me. So
yeah, it's about as old as I am.
Yeah, the first Javelin having rolled out February 13th, 1988. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I could use a newer design as an interceptor, but again, it's working. What's the point? That's what makes it an icon. It's been around that long. But everybody's got their own. I mean, if you've got a good performer and everybody knows it, doesn't really matter. I mean, when we say Thunderbolt, we know what we're talking about. You're talking about a good old Maverick Incorporated design that is now a NASA's design. So it's just they've come a long way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I like to think that like we don't have, while we borrow a lot of stuff from regular real armed forces, we also don't have as many of the drawbacks as they have. Because I mean, okay, some of us don't anyway. Have 30-year-old planes that keep flying, and we don't have to worry about like, man, we need to like retire some of these planes that are 50 years old. Now, I mean, I don't have a 50-year-old plane, but I do have a 30-year-old plane that I still like to fly around from time to time. But that's only few and far between. Most of ours, the average age isn't that old, and the designs are old, so it doesn't translate out to us as badly. So.
Yeah.
I did make that one Venom. Wait.
Because here's the question. As far as those real aircraft go, how long do they produce that plane? It's the question.
Well, yeah.
So,
I know, it's funny because like the B-52 is a prime example of that. Yeah. How long do they produce it? They only produce B-52s for like 10 years. Like that first one rolled out like 1949.
Okay,
am I saying this right? Yeah. The preliminary one rolled out then, and then they like few and far between up until it was in its heyday in the 50s, and the last one rolled out in like 63. So the newest B-52 is from 1963.
Yeah. So. But they don't produce them as long as we produce.
No, right, we don't. And especially a relative scale, since we're considering ours is just paper. I mean, those are things made out of metal structural skin, and they put them through a hell of a lot more shit than we ever do. I mean, you could fly one of ours like 20, 30, 50 times, and yet if you don't get it wet, if you don't like burn it or something, it'll probably still be okay. Our production lines, I mean, like you said, like, how long you been making Thunderbolt now?
Since like day one almost.
Because it is it's one of the originals.
Yeah, it's. Oh man, I don't know. I'm in some pain.
So you took. Oh, wait, you took like.
It's the letter E, so it's fairly old.
It's fairly early, yeah. Draco being A and Draco's gone.
Yeah, well, Draco.
Phantom Lightning is B and then Vortex is C, right?
Yeah,
so
Vortex is still around.
I should have. Yeah, I was gonna say I should have used Vortex as an example because Vortex is still hanging.
But Vortex is on the verge of going away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't like your mods to that anymore?
I mean, Viper's there. So, I mean, I just got to work with it.
You took Vulcans that were -1s and then made them into a future production, something else, by just adding or subtracting or refolding, as it were. That's cool. What I do with some of mine, I mean, everybody can probably do that. You guys, Robert, Mark, you guys don't probably have, like, too many variants, do you? I mean, not really, right? Because you always, I mean, you guys know which tech you can use, but you probably haven't done it as much.
Right. And Spider's probably the one that's that's been through the most. Well, I mean, Diablo's had a lot of tech, but not really a variant change. Thunderbolt hasn't had really it technically did undergo a variant change. Let's see what else. Spider has undergone the most changes.
You have a tendency to work on the ones that fly the best, the glide. That's why phases have a bunch of them. Same reason.
Well, yeah, I do like the long distance gliders the most.
Well, I mean, if it's stable and stuff, you can work out more tech with them. You know, they stay airborne a lot. You can figure out what makes them different. I mean, you could do the same could be said possibly for Thunderbolt. It's just it only flies in a straight line. So, what are you going to learn?
Yeah, like I haven't really messed with it. I'm probably going to, honestly. I just don't. I've got so many of them.
Right now?
In general, the number supersedes everything else that I built.
It's true.
Because that's what I started building, and that's how I got to the version that I'm at. I never went back and annotated when that change was. I don't really know when that change was.
But you still have it, though, right? So you could tell.
I mean, I don't know. No, I don't have that one.
Oh, you don't have that one? Okay.
No, that was during the one-a-days, and those are all gone.
Oh, damn.
That's why there's so many red ones.
I know. I remember. I saw. We see the sheep.
But it was during the one-a-days that I ended up changing Thunderbolt from the original one to what it is now.
This is why when we get you guys like OAE, I'd like a. Robert's giving me the core now, so I know. If he's got Robert, if you've got any more, or if you find any more that you want to include or whatever, let me know. We'll get that more settled up because I can get you guys OAU the same way. I mean, your core is a lot bigger. You have a bunch of these. I would imagine the ones that you're like doing this stuff, the working with, not just the ones you're mainly like active duty in IVPAC, but like the ones you're working with. We put those down on our the technology sheet. Mark, you've seen it, right? You know, I made you the one. We've got an extended one now that covers like each of our planes has got it, and all the tech that I could think of that I've been putting on mine, or that he has, and that you guys have brought to my attention as well. It's listed on there, and it's a matter of like we usually put like it's a checklist basically. Can you do it with a plane, and has it been done already? You can show them that sheet if you want. You got the sheet, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And yeah, I don't want to we don't want to have to go through like.
Which one was it? Which sheet was it?
It's contractors and tech. It's I wouldn't recommend I wouldn't say 20, 30, 40 planes on there. But again, your core group of IVPAC planes, so like 10, 15, max of 20. You know, they cover most of the roles, the important roles. They're definitely somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 or 15. And we've got them all in there. The tabs are for individual contractors.
So if you take a look up here.
Yeah, there you go. He's got it up.
You got technology in this box right here. And actually, let me do you guys a favor.
He's going to blow it up so we can see it.
I'm going to blow it up. Okay, so technology, and then you scroll down, and the way he made this, he made a scrolling bar,
right?
Menu bar or whatever that number one is. I forgot what that's called. The header bar.
Yeah, it's a locked header. Yeah, in the case of Excel there.
Yeah, so it moves with the sheet. And then if you go over, you probably should have locked that one too, but I wonder how that would have worked.
I was thinking about that. I mean, we could do it. Yeah. I mean, you don't usually have to when it's not as blown up as you made it.
Yeah.
Because your planes don't go all the way across the sheet and all over it, but the tech does go down. So
it's interesting because you have Raptor on here, which is fairly new. But
new.
But you don't have Ninja. Oh, yeah, you do. There it is.
Yeah, I do. They're alphabetical, so.
What?
The only ones I don't have on there is Dagger and Ekron, and those are two new. You don't even know what they're doing yet, so they haven't put them in there yet. I mean, technically, you don't know about Raptor either, but I did put it on for your sake.
Yep. So
But that's what I'm talking about. Is we can put you guys. We'll have you guys a same kind of sheet, same kind of tabs, and your core group of however many you choose, 10, 15, something like that, somewhere in the neighborhood, and then a list of those texts. And if you feel free to add to the text, I'd like to know more. So Robert, you notice taper plane? It's on there, almost near the bottom, but they are all the technologies alphabetical. So I didn't put MUPs on there because, or did I put MUPs? Did I put MUPs on there? I might have put MUPs on there. I think we were talking about it.
Would it be under M?
I think so, unless I just put it pods.
Nope.
Why the hell is no slants up there? Oh, really goes from H to N? Wow. I swear to God, I put something that has to do with pods. When OAE talked about this the last time. There's something in there. Sorry, we're looking.
I don't see it.
Okay, maybe it's not in there. But but again, if you got the tech, we can add it to it. I think I might have not put pods in just because it was like they're easily add on, easily take off. It's not a matter of like this is something that's gonna like you said, the pods are kind of utilitarian. So like you just use them to carry stuff, be it weapons or cargo or blah blah blah.
Yeah,
so,
it's not. Even though it's a tech, it's not really a tech. It's more of a feature.
Yeah, right. There you go. That's a good way of putting it. So I didn't really
because it doesn't enhance per se the flight.
Right.
I mean,
But
it does
enhances
affect
the
it.
Capability. It enhances capability.
Yeah, it does affect it in a way, like as far as shortening and whether or not it'll be stable or not, because they have to be even. But that's only because you're adding to it like that. It's not like a strake or a tail or something like that that's really going to affect the overall dynamic of the plane.
Right.
Yeah, which is why it's not really on there.
Yeah. That's basically it. And you guys will be responsible for your own ones. Like Mark's looks blank because I don't know for sure. Like, okay, there's
I
one in
ain't
there
done
like
nothing with it.
The one right there, folded Delta Diamond tips. I mean, okay, I get it. Ninja is not going to be able to have that because it doesn't have Delta Diamonds.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah,
is like
neither does Phantom Lightning, neither does Raptor.
Right. You guys know your planes well enough to know what you
Swallow.
can put on there and what you can't put on there. So I'm letting you guys fill that out. That's why his is blank. If you looked at mine's loaded with stuff because I know what my planes can have and can't have and have done already. So mine looks a little different. I've done that with mine.
So if you look at his, it says that right there. You can, done. You just haven't. Let's scroll down to.
I didn't get a chance. I haven't put up the one that I've been working on yet because I got stuck. I got past what you and I were talking about, so I finished up the one. Or I mean, I shouldn't say finished up, but I got further past the Vulcan. Well, not the Vulcans. I still don't know exactly how we're going to treat the next Vulcans after 26. I'm a little confused. I'll figure it out. My problem is the Wasp, because I still haven't figured out and locked Wasp into a role yet. So I don't know what it is, which means I can't give it a designator. That's why it hasn't gone up there. I can re-up that sheet so you can take a look.
Right.
But the current one that I'm working on is not up there yet. So. See, so yeah, exactly. If you could put in on that sheet, like, just copy one of ours, his, and then like fill out a good, again, 10 to 15 examples on the row, and then start filling in the sheet, just so you can have a checklist. I mean, if you've got one, you don't need to do it. Mark asked me for that for a long time ago, and I put it up there. I was like, okay, well, here's your check sheet. You can use the same one that I use, because I've had that sheet personally myself for a long time. All right. And I mean, if you want it, you're welcome to use it. Just, again, take a copy, replace it with yours along the top, your different aircraft that you want to put in there, and you can make a rundown. So you see the text that we've developed, and then if you want to add some onto yours so that the rest of us can enjoy, that would be great. I'd like to know But the MUPs, I swear to God, I put MUPs on there. I don't know why the hell. I'm taking a look right now because I thought there was something that I did that involved them in the document sheet somewhere. But I'll be damned if I can find it. That was contractors and tech, right? Okay, that was last updated October 27th. See, I got even on that sheet. I have you guys put in, so you're there. I've got Robert. I got you. OAE. I got you. Actually, that sheet that he was showing you actually should probably have you guys in there. So I mean, if you just want to put planes across the top, again, be my guest. Yeah, I didn't put MUPs in there, but again, it was because of that very reason. He said it's more like a feature than a tech. And it's also like, again, something that's like meant to be put on every plane. It can be removed, added, or removed at any time. So it's a little bit different than that. Yeah, I would definitely get that out there. Let me see here. I think, yeah, rubber band hitch is definitely a tech. I can put that on there. I would think a hitch. I mean, just calling it a hitch. I mean, if we can come up with some cool acronym for it. Well, I mean, probably not. Just like launch attachment, something like that. But no, yeah, that can be construed as a tech because that enhances the aircraft. And in a way, you do have to kind of watch out how you do it. You don't want it to be. It's got to be strong enough to actually withstand the rubber band launch, but it's also got to be light that the plane doesn't take a weight penalty for carrying it. Well, at least ours. Yours, obviously, probably not so much. But yeah, I get it though. It definitely. Oh, the mount is the tech. Okay. Is this the one? No, wait. It's in my downloads. What do you mean save it? I didn't save. What's not saved? Go to hell. It's in my downloads. Oh, no, it's not in my downloads. It's in my documents. Here it is. You want me to send it to your email, away? This thing is, wow. It's actually way closer to done than I thought it was. It stops at my Wasp because my fault. I don't know what Wasp is going to do. I mean, it's like I try to get all this stuff filled in. All of it. I would like, roll out the first flight, the retirement or status, and the current or last roll. So for the most part, they are. Only some of the ones in the last parts, like Diamant is the same way, although I'm pretty sure I've locked down what Diamant's going to be. But Wasp is really sticking my craw right now because I don't know what it's going to do. And that's where our number designators stop. I can give it to you in I'll eventually share this. Actually, I suppose I could share this. As long as everything else is up to date in here. The lineage things probably need to be stopped. Because there's really no freaking point. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to do that. Because, why? There's no point to it. We get it, I know what they did, I know what they do. There's no point to keeping track of the lineage. The lineages were for Mark back in the early day. He wanted to kind of know how things came about. So, yeah, I can share this. I'm going to put this in the... I'm going to replace the aircraft sheet in the IVPAC shared drive with this one because this is the one that we should be using anyway. And this way... Yeah, no, exactly. Maybe you'll catch something that I didn't. And once Robert's got these lockdowns on these birds, I'm looking forward to getting his in there too. Yeah, I'm putting it in there right now. I'm gonna update. See, the funny thing is I was doing this with my tablet, and I put it in here, and it was back and forth. It was so bloody stupid. Okay. Robert, like I said, I just need your dates on them. I mean, okay, yeah, as close as you can get to them. I mean, you can ballpark in. I don't really care. I mean, a lot of cases, if you kind of forgotten over time when a first flight happened to be, or even the rollout, if you remembered one or the other, like we can just put it either the same day or the very next day, because a lot of times if your weather has been bad or if you haven't gone to visit somebody, usually you roll it out and you could, like, if you roll it out tonight, you can fly the next day. So I mean, 9 times out of 10, that's usually what happens. So I mean, I like to think of it that way anyway. So if you don't remember, usually we accept the next day. But there are times when, like Mark's going through, you have a week's worth of rain, it's been a while that the plane can fly. I mean, as far as I know, REAC, I mean, let's see, when is this? November 13th. It still hasn't got a first flight yet, but it rolled out November 13th. So here we got problems, you know? Yeah, see, if that's the case for UOA, you really got to change it. So, yeah, I would appreciate the help on that, because that one, like, I mean, I think I've got it down pretty good. Some of those, like I said, some of those, AF39 and a TBA26. Some of those look a little bit strange, but I mean, I could live with it. I guess as long as you're the only one that has the 4. I was thinking about it. It's like, instead of trying to find a new all-encompassing prefix, we don't have to. Just because you're the only one that's going to do. Like I said, I try to avoid it. I don't want a plane to be that wide-ranging. I really kind of just try to pin it down to 2 things and leave it. So. Yeah, I'm sorry, Robert, the same way. Like I said, those and those bases. I've got your 2. I don't want to talk about it while we're up because, well, just because. But I mean, like, I've got the 2, the 740th and the 247th that you and I discussed before. If there's that third one, we can put the third one in, and then we could just get, like I said, the plane slotted in into which squadrons at which bases, and you'll be good to go. Dad, I could get you in on all these sheets and figure out how much more I gotta alter the rest of it. Oh, you should be able to check it out. It is in there. I was looking at it right then. It is uploaded. That's the current one, and that has all the numbers. Like, what do you mean? Like, as in just like when it is primarily an attack? For example, when it's primarily an attacker, just calling it the attacker. I mean, I do that, and again, if we were to talk face to face about it as it has the plane, and say it was, I need to get one of yours as an example here. Hold on. Oh, the Ultra Strato Eagle, for example. I know it's an export, but you do have it as a trainer, interceptor, or strike, so that automatically puts it at TAF. But one of the family versions of it also was a bomber, which is why it got the B-18. So it sounds weird to have an interceptor strike trainer have B-18 when that particular plane is not a B at all. But because the family started, well, I think one of your first ones, I think, you can correct this, I don't know, but I'm assuming it was based on the Eagle family, and it got down to this far. So that's where the B-18 came from. Because if you go back, in the initial B-18A was the first version of Eagle. So subsequent editions, the B-18 BC always maintains the B because the original was a bomber. This is what the fault that this is the problem I was having with it. So your initial one was a bomber. I mean, again, this one primarily was, say it was the interceptor. I could just keep it at FB, but if you've got strike and trainer attached onto it, I have to include the TA as well. So I cannot drop the B because that's how it started. So I have to add on to it. That's the only reason it was making it that bad. That's a really good example of it too, because that's one that it initially started as a B, but now you've added 3 more rolls onto it, and none of those are bombers. So it got TAFB. It's like one of the worst ones. Robert, if you listen to that, please try to avoid that. This is complicated stuff. No, I'm kidding. Do whatever. I don't care. You guys do. I mean, this is fun, really. Do whatever it is you want to do. I don't care. I'm just trying to figure out ways of doing this thing. And I'm trying to imagine, like, if there's ever going to be a time when we talk about our planes in a way that it's a designator. Like, oh man, I saw your F-56. That thing was cool. And I want somebody to go, huh? Because right now, if you say, I saw your Javelins, that was hot. And everybody's like, yeah, Javelin was cool. Because everybody knows it. But you have no idea if I say it was, because, dude, I'm looking at the sheet now. Like, I got to look all the way back because I don't remember what the hell
F3.
it was. F3, maybe. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know. I have not called ours by a designator almost ever. And the last time we did do this, we had so few planes, it didn't matter. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the F6. See, so that's what I'm saying. We're being in contact talking about Thunderbolt, you know, the F-13 and the F6. And we got, oh, the F-56 is cool, too. And like, what? You know, so if we ever get to that point, I don't know.
Yeah, but we'll...
Dude, hey, to be fair, OAE makes sense because if we do have the numbers, it eliminates the possibility of having like right now, you two, Robert and you, Mark, are going through the problem. You both have swallows right now. So if we say swallow, you're like, which one? See? But if we
I know there is only one.
But if we know, yeah, but not if we're in a group. If I say, hey, give me that swallow over there, the two of you are going to be looking, huh? So, but if we say like the A27, oh, and then you'll know. I mean, so
I would say
there's a precedent here
that
where it makes sense to do it. But this is also one of the reasons why I always said initially when we first started, I was like, I don't want anybody with the same names. But
you knew that wasn't going to last forever.
I knew that. If we really got as big as it could be, where we're global and like people are getting in, it's like, yeah, we're probably going to run into some problems. So I get that.
Because there are more numbers than there are names.
I don't want to go through this sheet with like 30, 40, 100 people in here trying to come up with all the numbers for all of their planes either. So, I mean, could you imagine how much of a pain in the ass? I wouldn't even have time to fly. I would just be spending all my time doing this.
Well, that's why you have to have a secretary, and it ain't going to be me.
Yeah, because you have got to work on our database.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I knew that was coming.
I had to think about it long and hard, and I'm like...
It's all you. It's just like the vertical forces. What are those? I don't know. Have Mark talk to you. He's the commander of the vertical. Ain't nothing in the budget for that.
Yeah. You know that's gonna be non-existent in a database.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. I mean, it makes me wonder if I should close the base I've got that actually. I've got one base that's like totally vertical. Like all my helicopters are supposed to be there, and like without Mr. Commander of the Vertical Forces over there, it's like why should I even bother? I mean,
yeah, why are we bothering? Because we ain't gonna use it.
But this was alluding to the big base news that I was talking about. Remember I told you before we launched? You guys didn't get a chance to hear it because there's some big base news. It's not just a new base. I mean, that's big base news, but that's coming up in the future. But this one I was thinking of as I was working on the maps, as I recently did. I pointed out to you guys. I think a base is going to split. As a matter of fact, the original base, the first base, is going to split because after looking at it, I realized the proximity of like 3 others, including yours, by the way. Westview over there.
What? Where's the maps?
Check out the maps. Some of them are so close. When I was looking through them, I realized that there's Hawkmahafa, the original base, is so close to like 3 or 4 others, and yet it's got 2 wings that are separated by almost the same amount of distance. I'm very seriously considering splitting that into 2 different bases.
I always forget where to get to the map.
Are you in? You're in the shared drive, right?
I'm not. Hang on.
If you get in there, it just says IVPAC facilities. You can check it out.
It's in the drive?
Yeah, it's in the drive.
And then where? Shared with me?
It should be near the top because, well, actually, if you're looking at it the way I'm looking at it, it's the second one down.
They say you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom
And I'm pretty sure it's shared with you guys. Like Robert can see it. OAE can edit it. So, okay. You guys need to be able to edit it too because you guys need to be able to tell me where your bases are. So it's kind of crucial.
We're looking. Oh, that's where we were looking. That's why I was. Oh.
But if you look at the ones, if you look at especially Milwaukee's, especially by Westview, and you see where,
Snowberry Court. Okay, gotcha.
if you look where Hawk Mahafa is, which is like this big giraffe-looking base, the layout of it looks like a giraffe. But I realized that like the distance between two of the wings in the same base is almost about the same distance between them. Has two different bases, which are KIAs, by the way, but off to the east and north.
What are you
So I'm
talking
like,
about?
so I'm like, well, if they're
What are you
that
talking
far
about?
away,
In Milwaukee?
yes, in Milwaukee. So I was thinking, if there's that much distance between two bases, and it's the same amount of distance between two wings in one base, maybe that base.
Which one is it you talking about?
Are you in Milwaukee? Can you see those?
I see Milwaukee.
Okay, you see yours,
Well, yeah, I only had.
the one,
Wait.
which
where's
you
it
still
at?
haven't got a mascot on, so I don't have that one cleared up quite yet.
How do I see?
You should be able to see everything I see, right?
Well, yeah, but how do I know which one's mine?
Yours is blue. Yours is Tar Heel blue. That's why I said all the color changes indicate who's whose. Mine's purple. K's are red. Yours are Tar Heel blue. When it's brown, that means there's more than one of us at a base. That's where the brown comes in. That's why there is a lot of browns, because there's usually more than one contractor at the base. So that's why they're brown.
But this doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't know what you're looking at.
Wait. Oh. That's why. That makes more sense. I was like, that is not Tar Heel Blue. What is?
It's the closest thing that the map.
No.
allows me to come
I was
to.
looking at the ones down. What was down here? This is the 61st. Whose is that?
Well, it should be able to tell you. Like the base, it should be mostly filled out. The only ones I haven't gotten are the UVW. So
It doesn't say. It just says
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not
next
trying to.
oldest unit.
You can simplify some of those if you want. I mean, they're your planes, so if you want to take some rolls off of them, by all means, please. That would make it helpful. Just make sure the number sequence in the designator stays the same. I mean, if it changes it, that's fine. But that was my concern. That was our mutual concern. You wanted to make sure the designator worked, and I did too. So it's like if you cut it out, if it's basically a bomber, you have to go back to the initial
No
bomber
way.
and make sure that's like, if it's B-18, does it stay the B-18 or does it change to something else? Because they always stay primarily in
Is that where
sequence.
you lived?
Where? Which one are you talking about?
The
You
40
understand I don't see what you're seeing, so...
The 43rd?
Yeah.
Then the 52nd?
Yes, that is my initial, when I was like 5 years old. Basically when I was born to when I was 7, that's where I live.
So what's the 420?
That is KIA's. That one's red,
So that's
right? Wait, I'm trying to see where you're looking.
red.
421st. Yes, that's red. So yeah, that's it.
62nd, and then the 81st.
Yeah, those are his. And
And
see
then-
how
And then he's
close
also
they
got
are?
the 36th.
Right. See how close they are? And you see how, see the distance between, the 61st and the 43rd for me? It's about, the same thing. They're, 3 blocks away, and so are his, and yet they're different bases. So my thing here is, what I'm looking at is, I'm either going to split those two into 2 different bases, or all of us are going to become in one giant freaking base.
In this area?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you have black too, right?
Whoa, where did you get black? No, who's black? Wait.
Who's
There's
black?
There's only one place that should... Oh, shit.
What's black? What's
How the hell
black?
did that get to be black? That shouldn't be black. There's
There's
only
2 of
one
them.
place that... There's only one place... Oh, yeah. Paces. Paces is black because Paces is all of us. Everybody's supposed to station something there. That's like Top Gun.
But But that's the 5th and the 75th, and then the 4th and the 220th.
That's brown. That should be brown.
I'm seeing black.
You're seeing black? Okay, something's not right here.
Wait,
Because when I did
what
it
color
came
am I looking? Am I looking at the shaded area?
the shaded area is the base itself. The icon is like the headquarters building.
Right. So no, that looks black to me.
Do you have a color scheme off or something? Or do I have a color scheme off? Because when I did it so it was brown. Which is an amalgamation of like a couple of contractors.
I see gold, which is
Which one? The 73rd?
no. That
Jesus
is
Christ.
the 162nd Snowberry Court.
Good God. Where in the hell? The 162nd. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's okay. You're looking at OAEs. All right, fine. Yes. That's yeah, it's kind of supposed to be gold. Yeah, it's yellowish.
Yeah.
Tell me something. Wait, so what does the 73rd look like to you?
Where's that?
That's in Texas. Up in the G's. It's at Gaines Mill. I think OAE is the one that moved his base to where it said, so I kind of based it on
Where?
what he said.
Gaines Mill?
Yeah. What does the 73rd look like to you?
Is that what this is? Yeah.
Does it look
So-
like...
It's a yellowish color.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Well, how in the hell are you getting black out of the other ones then? If you get all the other colors right. All of mine look purple, right?
Yes, that's what threw me off. I thought they were blue, but yeah, no, those are purple.
Okay.
I mean,
Where are you getting the
it
black
could
from?
be brown, but it doesn't look brown.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, well then, wait. Then let's do this. Ultimately, then go to Paces, and see what Paces looks like.
Where's Paces?
Paces in South Carolina. It's under Copeland.
That's right.
That one should be black. That's the only one. Well, okay, I've done two of them.
Oh,
black.
sorry. I mean, you're in South Carolina.
Sorry, guys. Bear with us. We're trying to get this map. I'd like to know how it looks like for you guys too. So if he's having it look a little different, I need to know how it looks like.
No, that looks the same. Because if I look at that and then I look at Columbia, they look identical.
Which is also brown.
They look identical to me.
Okay, so where the hell is? Why is that I don't know because mine.
I mean, I'll share the screen.
Yeah,
I'll
please
I'll
do.
swap it over. Hang on.
So everybody knows what we're talking about here.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, you.
So,
You don't have to add A's onto the back. I didn't want to add A's onto the back of mine. I mean, if you want to, that's fine. But don't put them on mine. I don't want A's on the back of mine unless I know that I'm going into the next designator. I'd rather just keep it as the F-26, for example, until I know that, like, oh, I'm making a mod, it's going to be the F-26B. Then you need an A. If it doesn't need it, I don't really want to have it because I just didn't plan on it. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter either way. I never really thought about it.
yeah.
But I'd rather keep it simple if need be. It's okay either way. Actually,
So-
I suppose it ultimately doesn't care.
You see that?
Where you at? Wait, I gotta bring it back up. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Well, even right there, I can tell there's a slight difference. Even right there, and you're not even zoomed in, and I can tell that Columbia is definitely lighter than
No.
Sumter. Sumter looks like a big dark spot. Something's brighter over there. You could zoom in a little, yeah?
Yeah. I can zoom in.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
So
definitely
that's
looks black.
black.
That definitely looks black.
Where's that? Where's
A little
that?
further north. Oh, now it does look darker. But
So-
it did look... Okay, zoom in more. Oh, that's brown.
Okay, that's brown.
You got to be on it, I guess. But like I said, when you zoomed out to like the state view, it still looks lighter than
Okay,
the other
that
one
looks
does.
brown.
Yeah, and it definitely looks lighter than
Okay,
Pacey's.
yeah. I got you.
Okay, that's all I wanted to do.
Brown. Let me keep my eyes going. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, it looked black for a minute there.
Okay,
I mean,
I can see where you got it, but
It is black, but it's not black. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I
you know what I'm
just
saying?
wanted-
It's a dark color. It's so my
Yeah.
eyes are tricking me at this point.
No, you're right. It is more official that way too. You do have a point, and it probably actually should retrofit all the ones to having A's. So no big deal.
So
I mean,
you're
again, if you want to do it,
saying-
go right ahead.
So you're
That's cool.
saying even what about the one over? What about the 4th and 220th?
That's me and Missile basically. So
Yeah, because that's where that's now, right? Or is that no?
No. Now that's now right there.
Yeah, the 75th.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot.
Yeah, see, I'm having a hard time with putting all those together because they're close proximity, even though they're not that close. They're not that close when you consider paper plane flights, but they are close
No.
when you consider just geographically speaking.
Right, because a normal coverage area would actually be like the entire state slash,
Right.
you know, you're talking, you know, a majority of this state covered by
Yeah.
this one dot.
Yeah. Right.
And then literally like you would have something else up here in Minneapolis to kind of overlap and cover this area.
Yes. Which, of course, again, when you're talking paper, it's a little different because we don't have that. Yeah, like you said, we don't have that kind of coverage.
We don't have that
So-
range, but you can portray that range.
Right. And I mean, who knows if we get somebody from, say, Eau Claire, you know, that's going to be a little different because that's a go-between, you know.
Yeah,
So,
it'd actually be preferable to be like La Crosse or the Dells, but
mhm.
Stevens Point. Or even Green Bay.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
Green
that's
Bay
not
would-
even that's not even the one that actually shows you the reserve bases because the reserve bases will change that around, and there will be one closer to Green Bay because I've got one up there.
Oh yeah, I'm only looking at the active right now.
Yeah, if you go scroll down and make reserves live, then there's one that pops up.
Oh, that's right. I do have one in the Dells.
Mm-hmm.
That one's mine, right?
No, that was mine.
Well, I didn't put
Which
one in
you
the
can
Dells.
you can share. You can share because it's already there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because you went to the Dells before too.
Yes.
Of course. Who doesn't go to the Dells when they're up there?
Who doesn't go to the Dells?
Yeah, we were up there for. Was it a day or a couple days?
Actually, it would be really cool if you did show up over there because it'd be nice to make another base that has something broken down. So there's like, you know, the regiment has a couple battalions there instead of just one like it usually does.
I don't
I'd
remember
like
when
that.
we went to the Dells. I mean, obviously it was when we were living there.
Yeah, I don't think you've done it since you've been down there.
No.
Oh, by all
Oh.
means, OAE, keep making the
Oh,
make
dude,
the edits, please.
Oh, I don't have any up here. I didn't put one up here.
Were you supposed to?
Technically. I mean, this could be an active base because we were up here for total time I've spent up here, like a month.
Well, dude, yeah, where the hell is that? You never told me about that.
I forgot. Do you remember when we used to go camping?
Yeah.
That's up here. This is a good spot.
Well, yeah, I know it is. I've been up there. I know it. Yeah, that's beautiful country up there.
Yeah, it's cold. Too daggone
Durr.
cold. Let me see if I can find it. Let me
That
see if I can find it.
basically doesn't even get warm when it gets warm.
No, you're right. I'm surprised the snow melts.
Hey,
so we go
no
up this
joke,
way.
sometimes it doesn't. we had one dude last year that goes snowmobiling with a couple dudes at work. They go snowmobiling up there, and he went up there in July, and he's like, "Dude, check this out." Took pictures in the shade. There was still snow in July, up in that area.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, if it snows pretty good down here, it'll last up there for a long damn time.
Oh my goodness, there's so many little lakes up here. Where is it at?
Robert, you following us on that map? See, because I'm going to be asking you to do this too. You can adjust this map too, so you can be able to place these bases we're talking about. Like,
Glen Lake.
oh, he put his reserve base.
Lime,
You put your
Gray.
reserve base on there, right?
Swamp Lake.
That was like one of your last moves, I think. The more recent moves. I think you had it out west. I'm going to have to take a look at
Poplar
that.
Lake. We're getting there.
I think you're out there.
We're getting there. Big Bear Lodge. Yeah, we're getting
I
there.
know
Old
you can.
Gunflint. Poplar
Yeah, there it is.
Lake.
Okay.
East West
Trolley
Lake,
Way. Yes,
Iron
Trolley
Lake.
Way.
There we
Cool.
go. Here we go.
I got to fill that in.
Here we go.
This is why it's cool, because you have these bases.
So this right here.
Wait, well, god damn it. I'm looking at the wrong screen. That's it?
This is this is it.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Robert. So give me some dates and see if you can lock down, get kind of a close position, and then put your base boundaries in there, and we'll get it filled in.
Okay, so the base boundaries is this daggone road right here. So how do you do this?
You can edit, right? So yeah, you can.
I don't know how to do. No, but yes, baby, but I don't know.
You have to be in edit mode. So if you're just looking at it, you won't be able to. You got to edit it.
So how do you?
Well, you can tell when you're in edit mode because it brings up like the little things below the search bar that's in the map. And actually, for your case, I don't even see it.
Right.
Oh, that's because you're not looking. You're looking at it through your account. You're not looking at it through IVPAC's account.
Right.
I noticed that. When you look at the hamburger over there on the left, it was like, yeah. So switch up and now you should be able to.
I gotta go find this again. I got a Snowberry Court.
Actually, that's his reserve base.
That's what he wants to tell you.
Hey, he made Trolleyway. He's got it out there.
Oh, look at that! I zoomed right in on it. That's so good. I just know where it's at.
Dope.
I just know where it's at. I'm like, oh yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
also
like,
going to add
it's
one more thing
about
to
right
that.
here. Because when you look at it, like, can I put a marker on this thing?
Well, yeah, you're supposed to be able
Where?
to.
How?
Double click on it. Wait, yeah, there you go. Make sure you double click on an open area.
I'm double clicking.
Okay, right click on it.
Oh.
You see, you got to edit it. There you go. You edit there.
Oh,
now
my
and then put it
goodness.
back on there again.
Why does it keep going to Snowberry Court?
Because that was the last modification done to the map.
Well, they're going to hate this. It is...
Actually, that's not true. Most of my modifications should be done now because I added all the details to stuff. I am going to put one more on there because I do have
like-
active duty reserves and stations. I'm going to put closed bases on there too. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So that's going to make it even worse. It's not going to do much for you guys. OAE, it'll add
a marker? Is that what you do?
Yes. And that you put where the headquarters is at.
Okay, so... Anywhere?
Yeah.
I mean...
As close as possible as to where you think you were would be nice, but yeah.
I mean, literally, this is like...
Okay, yeah, just so anywhere in there, yes. Because
it
the
does.
base
It doesn't give you the
boundaries-
exact campsites because there's only 6 of them in this little area,
Okay. So
and
yeah,
we've
just put it-
stayed at probably 4 of them.
So just put it in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
I'll just put it right here. I don't even have a number. There's no address out here.
That's gonna make it hard.
I mean, the road is Highway 92.
Since that's basically the only number you've got, you might have to use that.
But yeah.
I mean, you don't have another number. What else are you going to do?
Is 92 taken?
No, 92 is not taken.
Okay.
Yes,
so
that is one thing. While we do have like we try to not use the same names as each other, but we don't care. The numbers of the wings or the groups, those can't clash. I always try to make sure those don't clash. I'll try to avoid that at all costs. That is kind of like a rule we stick to. I don't want there to be two 90-second wings. That gets confusing fast. Faster than I'd like it to be. Squadrons will never. Those are just sequential, so they'll never clash. But that's why I like the dates, because I like to make sure the squadrons are in fact.
That's
sequential.
not what you want. You want
No, put down the 90-second ops, because you're putting that. That's the marker. So put 90-second ops,
and
then underneath. Well, actually, change the icon's color so that it's you. You can save it from there. Wait, save it from there. And then right over to edit. Oh wait, no, not that edit. My bad. I gotta do it like you're doing it. Where's that at? Oh, it's in the fill. It's in the first thing, the fill. Change that fill. And then you can change the color and you can change the icon. It should be the typical used icons. Yeah, see, there you go. And that'll indicate it's yours.
Which one is mine?
Yours is the Tar Heel Blue. Or at least whatever you consider close enough to Tar Heel Blue.
That's probably about it, right? I think that's what you picked.
Most likely. Yeah, most likely. And then you take the other tool up there at the top.
Which one?
Which is the thing that looks like the grid. Yeah, that there. And then you draw the base outline.
Add a line or shape.
Mm-hmm. And once you start clicking, it's going to start doing it. So make sure you get it right.
Just keep going?
If you want. Unless you want to make sure your boundaries are kind of accurate, because one of the cool things about this, it will measure your acreage for you when you get it right. So this is the way we can tell how big our bases are. That's how I learned like Keesler was one of the biggest bases, because it's got like 90. It sits on 95 acres the way I have it sitting. Kind of cool. I wouldn't have known that, but now I know that. Google and all of its fascinating tools. The U prefix is not in use. Sorry about that. I'm trying to look at all three things. Oh, wait, my bad. U is not in use, and that's what I was saying. Was like we can use it exactly for that, like a utility thing. It's just nobody's done it yet. So whichever one you would pick as U would probably be the U1. Okay. I've never had one that's like that
annoying.
Before.
You jacked it up. That's annoying.
Well, luckily you can alter it as quickly as possible. So.
Well, kind of. It wouldn't let me go back into edit mode.
I've wondered that too, because you and Missile and KIA all have aerial demonstrators now, and I don't, and I haven't decided yet like what they should be. I mean, if I build something that's just specifically for an aerial demonstration team, it won't be that won't be a fighter or anything. But if I build one that is a fighter that, like, on a side chance, this is also my aerial demonstration team, then, yeah, it's going to be something different. So I don't know. I mean, you're welcome to put a U. I just don't know if I go that route, I don't know if I'm going to call it that. But I got to get there first.
Boom.
So, I mean, again, you could set the tone. If you're the one that does it, maybe I will be calling it that then. So
that's
okay, so again, in that case, hold on, I got to catch back up to Mark now. Then you call it the base name, the base name. So put that IAD, because it is active, right? You said you've been there long enough to be active?
Yep.
Okay. And then whatever the wing is, it would be home of, or is it a wing or a group? You got to figure out what you're stationing there.
Oh, you shut up.
Well, see, all this is stuff I got to go through every time you guys do this.
Do you want that in the details? 90-second ops?
No. 90-second ops is just your thing. So in this case, I would put home of the blank, the 90-second wing or group, depending on what you got there, or fighter wing or strike group. I don't know what you're going to put there. and then tell them the base is named after. What is it named after? It's named after the campground it's on. Right there, you go. Because that's what I'm putting in the details now.
Okay, so. Oh
my God, you're gonna set back some things, aren't you? Because this is another base I gotta put in here.
SG.
What, fin code? Oh yeah, strike group. Yes, strike group. Sorry. I knew that's what you meant. I'm being stupid.
Home of the 92nd Strike Group.
UF-43. That works. That works.
What comes after that? What comes after that?
Then you put down what it's named after. I put down the base is named after the street the headquarters is located on, for example. That's what Kurthwood is.
How do you would you just say named?
Yeah.
Or do you just put?
You can alter it if you want. Like, you can change the verbiage. The words don't have to be exactly the same. It gets boring if they all read the same way. So just put down like, hey, it's named after such and such. You know, it's named after my cousin Mick, who lives down the road. We call him Big Bear. A little bit more glamorous. Robert, you got any reserve bases? You told us about the active duty ones, the 3 that you're talking about. You got any reserves? Any place you've been less than a week? That's our parameters. If you've been someplace cumulatively longer than 36 to 48 hours, but not longer than a week, it's a reserve base. And what I mean cumulative is like if you visit grandma's house 3 or 4 or 5 times, you can make it a reserve base. If you visit it 8 or 9 or 10 times, you can make it active. That's what I'm talking about. That's why we say cumulative. I mean, like if you spend a weekend at like a hotel resort in, Las Vegas, you can have a reserve base in Las Vegas. You spend a whole week there, you may want to consider it making active. Or if you spend 3 weekends there over the course of 3 years, you can convert it to active. That's how we talk about it. Okay. None? All right.
Oh.
But that's what we mean when we say the cumulative stuff.
Yeah,
because
see,
again,
I don't even have anything. I don't even have anything here.
Oh my God! What else now?
Because you know how often I go to Disney. And I'm staying in hotels.
I refuse to set foot in. Oh no, I'm kidding. Well, I mean, yeah, but if you stay at the same one, don't be putting 22 reserve bases around.
No. I would lump it into one.
All right.
I would lump it into one. Turn it. I'd probably keep it a reserve base.
Because you just keep going and coming back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. God knows you don't need another freaking active base in Florida anyway.
Yeah, no. I could turn this one into a reserve base. The area that I'm looking at going is somewhere either here or this area.
Well, see, well, there you go. I mean, if you want to, Robert, if you want to count that one, you can count that one.
So if I
you don't, I mean,
I
it's
go
especially good for someone like you. Like if you like all your bases are in one area and you get a chance to move out somewhere like that, I would take that. That's why I've got one of my main bases over there in Arizona because that's as far west as I've been with a base. Closest I come to OAE.
Right next to the Pasco County Jail.
Where are all these bases you've been hiding out on me? Damn it!
Me?
You need me to. I need to put that one in.
It's like hotels and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know. I mean, and you're right. And no, because we talked about these times. We're talking about you going to Disney World. They got to be another base. But like, dude, Big Bear Lake. Really? What the hell? What?
What? It's not Big Bear Lake. It's Iron Lake.
Okay, Iron Lake. My bad. Whatever. Yeah. Gee, imagine that. Something called Iron in northern Minnesota. Everything up there is called Iron something.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it as a reserve base. That's cool. Because you don't have one. It's nice to have one of those too. Because you have a reserve base and you have something to throw. Like that's what we do. Like older planes or planes you're not sure that are like active duty, but you still want to play with them. It's always nice to have a reserve base to cover that stuff. Especially with the new way that I've been doing these now. Because it used to be the old school way was they were just called units. and it just had like one squadron basically there. But now I've broken it down so they're regiments, and then they have battalions underneath them. So you can have a bunch of them under there. It's pretty cool. That I think it's better that way. At least battalions, I think what we're calling it.
It keeps going back.
I have no idea why it keeps returning to his though. But as soon as you do this and save them, it'd probably go to yours now.
No.
How did you do that?
And mine's in there.
Okay, cool.
That's in there and saved.
Now I got to actually put it on the base sheet. It's easy to put it in the maps, but now I got to put it on the sheet. Oh god.
But I got a number, so I got to give you a date. What date was that?
Yeah, let me write this crap down, because now Robert's talking about adding one too. What did you call the base? Did you just call it Iron Bear Lake?
No, Iron Lake.
Iron Lake? Is that what you're calling the base?
Yeah.
Iron Lake. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. All right. Oh man, Iron Lake. Well, you can't use IL for a fin code.
What?
I have taken that from my Florida base. Oh snap! See how it comes around? Look at that. Look at that. You live in Florida, trying to get one set up here with IL, and you can't take it because my Florida base has an IL.
Well, close it down.
I don't think I'm closing the 39th down, dude. I like that one. So, but we do know it's the 92nd, and you're making it a strike group. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but I could name it. I could do ILC, but it would be a 3.
There'll be 3 letters. We try to stay away from that.
They say you shouldn't talk about going
Yeah.
to the bathroom and
Well, you could do almost anything else with the I, because I's don't get used very often. It's just IL's taken.
Is IR taken?
No, I said almost. You could use almost everything else, just not IL.
Or IK? Maybe. I don't know if I like that. I don't know.
It doesn't even have to,
IN.
it doesn't even have to start with an I.
No. Let's do LK.
All right.
Is that taken?
No, you want to do that?
Sure. LK.
All right, that works.
Okay. We'll do that.
Does that stand for anything?
It's just the 2 letters in Lake. If you want to know my thought process on that.
I usually kind of like to. That way, if somebody asks if there's like a really cool story
I just took
behind
the L and the K off of Lake. Because
I mean,
that's
like,
how
you
you
know,
would
like-
kind of abbreviate it.
Well, like mine, like the 333rd, right? The fin code is MD because they're the Mad Ducks. That doesn't relate to the base at all. It's just they're the Mad Ducks. So, I mean, if you come up with something cool, you could use that. But that makes the story a little bit more interesting than just, I called it LK because it's on a lake.
Are you hush?
Well, I'm just saying, Mr. Bentley's over there, you know?
Hey, okay. So I got to put one here.
Okay, see, Robert, well, getting back to you, though. You got one in Grand Rapids then. I'm going to put that one down. Again, get me a date on that, and I can get you a number, or we'll get you a number
Which resort
on that.
do I want to put it at?
IRB. And you got to tell me when you was at the Dells so I can put yours into the Dells so we can make that a joint.
I'll have to find out what the date was on that. I know... Hang on. I can actually give you a date for the... Hang on.
For Iron Lake?
Oh, I'm not doing that.
You just said that was 09. You don't know.
I'm not gonna show you guys that.
I does look like one with that font.
I almost made a boo boo on the internet. How about that?
You boo booed on the internet. Yeah,
I almost
that's
boo booed
the-
on the internet.
Dude, where is it at? Come on now. Get along, little doggy. Hey, there it is. Look at that. I refresh the page, and all of a sudden there's a base up there.
Let's see here.
That has the distinction of being our furthest north base as of this point. Wait a minute.
Let's see
Oh,
here.
wait. No, my bad. No, it's not.
Germany
US
is.
In the U.S. it is.
Well, yeah, I think it would be in the... I mean, I could put a reserve base down in Key West too, but I'm not going to.
So he's got Grand Rapids in Iowa. That's cool. That's cool.
So I
He's
could
got one.
have the furthest.
He's got one over here. That's hype.
I mean, I could put the Key West. In,
I gotta pick Robert.
I might.
Robert,
If
I gotta
we
pick
end
on
up going back, I'll put one in Key
Space.
West. But
Oh,
we
you gotta
only
go
went
for
out
it?
there for a day.
Whoa.
We didn't stay. So
Robert, I might make yours green because nobody else uses green right now, and I'm kind of disappointed with how many purples and blues are covered this map.
let's see here. What was I in the middle of doing? Oh, I wanted to go to this.
You said 09, so 2009. I'm gonna put that down until you can
Yeah,
lock it down.
yeah. Give me a minute. I gotta go
Fin
to.
code, base, squad, or
Let's
group.
go here.
I'm gonna have to readjust some squadrons. You realize that, don't you?
You shut your mouth.
Damn it, dude! That goes back 10 years. I gotta. Oh,
Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna mess you up.
yeah, of course you are. I'm gonna make you fix this.
No, just insert right there.
Nebula's number? Okay. That's fine. Whatever you're gonna do to make it toe in line, that's okay, as long as it still maintains the line.
20.
That's all I care about.
There's that.
And by
there's
nebulas, I mean
that.
I assume you mean missiles,
First
right? 'Cause-
home. 2010. 2010.
you okay with that?
Traveling in September.
Okay. Missiles cool with that.
Man, I could wear that.
Where what? What are you talking about?
I was
What you
wearing
talking about?
that, man. I was so skinny back then.
Are you what?
Yeah. So the first photo. What's the date of this? October 11th. So we'll use that date.
For what? Iron Lake?
Yes. October 11th, 2009.
Okay. All right, cool.
That's
All
that's an accurate date. I was there during that time frame. I don't know exactly the exact day, but the photo was during that time frame. Oh
Is
no.
that-
Sorry. That's when she posted it on the timeline. It can't be because we were there in September. So she posted
Yeah, you
it
probably
on
would never. You
September.
probably would never go in October because you'd be freezing your ass off.
She posted it in September.
So like the number wasn't the F-35 at that point.
It's
Oh,
not-
is that what, or the A-35? Excuse me. You just changed it up. I mean, again, that's fine. As long as I said, I don't care as long as they just follow the line down. Good God, Robert! See, now you're remembering all kinds of crazy stuff. You want to open up these more, dude? Hell, whatever else you got, yeah, do it. Let me know. I'd like to, as long as we spread like a virulent disease, I don't care. Boston. Wouldn't mind having one in Boston. Were you like literally in Boston, or like one of the outer lying towns of Boston?
I was.
I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. I was just curious. Finley's probably close to Massillon, isn't it?
I was. You're funny.
I'm just saying, Mr.
Man,
Massillon.
I
over there.
was.
I hadn't even heard of Massillon.
I was
until
fat
this
and
guy-
skinny at the same time, man. I've never noticed that.
Yeah, how do you get to be fat and skinny, bruh?
Cause I thought I was fat then, but I was skinny. Man.
Finley, hey, Robert, was that the Finley that's like off I-75? I see one there. I mean, I don't see a base there. I'm just saying I see the town. So if that's where you were at,
Wait,
you
is
weren't
that
as close
we
to Massillon as I
we,
thought you were.
were we hanging out with you in September?
Yes, you were. Remember? I've got pictures of that. That's when we did the rocket launches over here at the 5th and the 75th.
Okay, so when was I there?
It would have to have been around. Oh yeah, that's a picture at our place. Dude, that picture you just saw was a picture at our place. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You still, so you do still have those? You lying bastard!
What are you
You
talking
those
about?
are gone.
Have
You
what?
still got the. You still got the rocket launch of the planes then?
Where?
That right there.
I don't have that.
That's our place. But I just wondered, like, so did you keep the rocket pictures or anything? Ah, bastard. Robert, you saying you want to include those too then? You want those as well?
I don't have.
Findlay and Boston? Well, Boston for 3 weeks. You could call that an active duty base if you want. I mean, okay, technically you said Grand Rapids for 2 weeks. I mean, hell, you can keep that as an active duty. 2 weeks is pretty good. That usually is like like I said, 7 to 10 days. After that, you can pretty much consider it active.
When was this?
Because that'll give you another one. Of course, again, you kind of want to forget about it, huh? But same thing holds true. Then I kind of need dates, and I'll need dates and numbers.
See, I was fat and skinny at the same time. You see that?
Like your name is fat and skinny. The numbers don't mean, like, when you do numbers, if you have numbers in reserves, yes they can. Yes they freaking can. I know that for a fact. I'm not married to one, but I mean, like, I got a couple relatives. And I was thinking, like you said, if it's reserves don't matter. Reserves just go sequentially. So, like, the regiments always they're just sequential numbers. Depending on the date, it just slots in. But when they're active, I need that, like, street name or street number so I can get an accurate number, and then the date and the sequential squadrons. Gets to be a pain in the ass, but really only for me. Hey, that looks familiar. Why does that look so familiar?
Because that was like the year before.
Oh yeah. You're not over here going off on a tangent on me now, are
I'm
you?
not. No, I'm looking for a photo with a date.
Oh, okay.
I'm wondering if. Yeah. See, there we go.
I mean, I know when the wedding was, so.
That's different. No.
Right.
But that's not. That wasn't ours.
No, that's true.
I don't see a date in any of this stuff.
How you get in, like, a photo stream and not, like, doesn't it automatically give you a date?
Well, it does up here, but that's the date it was uploaded, not the date that it actually was taken.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And we're back to this photo again. This is at the campground. This is my first time going up there. What date was that?
Irish women, man. Yeah, he's right. Irish women can't cook. But then again, a lot of women should be able to cook.
When
Some of them
was
can't, but some of them, yeah.
that? Is there a way to, like... I had no date and time on anything.
Now, OAE, I got to apologize because, like I said, Wasp is going to hold you up. I've got to get Wasp out there flying consecutively to be able. I mean, I've got some flights in. Don't get me wrong, but I still don't know where I'm going to slot it in at. So I don't know what number it's going to be. Once we do that, we can figure the rest of it out. You can put, like, some designators off to the side to, like, know what it would be in case Wasp goes whichever way it happens to go. Wasp could be anything. I mean, I kind of want to, like, say it's my fighter bomber and keep it enlarged because the flight plan fits the profile. But I don't know how I want to do it other than that. So I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to, like, keep upsizing it to fit that role, or it's probably not going to be the case. I'm probably going to keep them small, and then when combat comes around, upsize them to fighter bomber, just to say that it's fighter bomber, because I'm trying to get phases out of as many roles as they have, and I'm being pretty good about it right now. So, but by the same token, it could be one of my trainers because I still don't have any trainers. Besides the Hatro trainer.
I have an idea.
Uh-oh. He has an idea. So if that's the case, Robert, between those three that you got, Grand Rapids, again, if you want to keep that reserve, that's fine. Finlay, definitely keep reserve, but Boston you can go active with. So again, numbers, dates and numbers, please, and we'll get you in with those.
Okay, so
Whatever that third base is you were talking about. Which one were you talking? I can't remember which one you were talking about. It was like the one you were living at, the one that burned down. Is that two in the same, and then your parents' place.
okay.
And or the one was more recent than the other, something like that. But it had to be like 2 or 3. I mean, because even talking about it, one that burned, one that you're currently at, and then to your parents' place, but it's not the same thing. That'd be 3 right there. So, but if you got Boston, hell, you got another one right there too, and that'll help. If I was you, I would definitely considering Boston if you don't plan on going back for a while, and it's the only time you've been there. I would just call that literally whatever it is, the wing, and put almost everything up there. It's what I did with my Arizona one because it's the only one I've got out west. So I put there's 2 fighter squadrons, 2 attack squadrons, an airlift squadron, and a bomb squadron out there. It's got a lot of squadrons. Oh, is that a hospital? Oh.
Okay,
so you don't have to count that one if you don't want, then. My bad. I didn't know that. Okay. But you'll probably have another one then, right? Because you said you're probably going to be in the process of moving because of the fire.
All right, I'm gonna get you. I promise you, I'm gonna get you.
These look like camping shots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, these are all camping shots. But
dude, was that you being fat and skinny right there in that picture?
yeah,
not the chipmunk, that one.
Yeah, look at that. Look at how skinny I was. I was fat then.
You were finny.
I was finny. See, look at that. Fat and skinny at the same time. Man, I want to go back to that. Okay, so I can see that. Okay, so that was on my right arm. See the scar on the right arm.
Dude, well, that's September of 2009. So
this. Do you have this photo?
I don't have that photo, but I have photos from that time frame to know that that's from September of 2009.
I know that this is from September of 2009. The question is, if you had this photo, you could look back at the date, and I have this scar, so that means it would have been before that.
Well, hold on a minute. I might be able to date that.
So that's how. So I know, because I know how I got this scar.
I might just be able to date that.
Do you know how I got this scar? Do you remember?
Well, it's hard to say with all the car accidents you've had in your past, but I don't think it's that.
No, this was I got while we were camping.
Oh. That's even
right
better.
Arm. It's gone now. The scar is gone 10 years later.
Yeah, they say scars can heal. They don't always, but they can.
I see a little bit of where it was, but barely. Only because I know. Only because I can tell from that.
Which one was he holding that was doing that? Where the hell is it? I'm sorry. Now he's got me on a hunt, and I'm trying to find a picture.
So this is that.
I'm trying to remember which plane it was that he was holding. I think it was a Thunder. There it is. Wait, isn't it?
You talking about this? The pink one?
September 13th, 2009.
So September 13th, 2009. So let me look at.
See, because I date.
No scar there.
I don't. I'm not that good. I don't date every shot. It just I happen to date this picture, so I knew that was what it was.
See, I have no scar.
You were supposed to have the video of that because you took a video with your camera, and we don't have that, do we?
No.
Damn it!
But I don't have a scar in these photos.
Plus, we're supposed to have more pictures of that. Robert, the lake house. The lake house is the one.
There's no scar in these photos.
Well, you said you were on Lake Lanier, right? And Lanier is the base name for. I'm sorry, I didn't kind of want to do this while we're alive, but 740th.
Oh man.
Well, the 247.
September.
I've got you locked down as having the 740th and the 247th, but Lanier is the 740th. What was the one? What was the name going to be for the 247th? That's got to be something different because of its location.
So you're saying
Okay.
that what was the date on that photo?
September 13th.
So that's September 13th. So we are gonna.
Give you. Let's see, I'm going to write this down for right now until we figure out how we're going to play that. Findlay,
September.
Ohio. That'll be a reserve base. But Boston, like I said, Boston, you want to take active. We can give you that active. See, OAE, you
Came
could be
back
getting
on
in on this.
Yep. September
Can't think of
4th.
any- Well, like I said, street name. Was it any part of a subdivision? Is there a creek? I mean, I know you're still kind of around the same lake. I've seen the map, but it wouldn't be the
put
same
September
base because the
4th.
other one's like 2 towns over. So it's obviously got to be some different base. I mean, if you
No,
want, you
it
could
couldn't
switch
be.
it and say
Yeah,
the 247th is Lanier if the other one's got a better name for you
That's
because it's still on the same lake. You see what I'm saying?
That's
I
crazy.
mean, we can't call it one base because, like, dude,
Was it
it'd be
traveling? I think
huge.
it is
But if you got a
beginning of
better name for
September.
the 740th, no, I don't think, is he checked out? I thought he was still doing the sheet.
Me?
No, OAE, because he was still updating the sheet.
I'm still trying to find out if this was before or after.
He might just have dropped off the show or something temporarily because it says he's still in the sheet doing it. So
Me?
I think.
What?
I was
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no pressure. Just like when you get it off there. But like, I mean, if you can come up with a name, either one of them, the 740th or the 247th. Because now, if you're giving me, yeah, see, he's working the sheets. By all means, please do. I like having the help. You also have to give me a name then for whatever Boston's was. Because again, Boston would be great if it was a reserve base, but you want to go active with it. I need a better name than Boston because Boston sucks. No, I'm kidding. Again, same kind of thing. Lake, hotel, subdivision, region, creek, state park. Doesn't matter.
When
Just something in
was-
the area there. And then a number, street number, and we'll do that. And then dates, of course.
Hang on.
I gotta give you the Dells. God, I gotta break this
It's
down.
not the right hand. So the
You know,
scar's not there.
You know, it's taken me about this long to actually keep referring to you as NASA's instead of putting Mink down. Actually, that's not true. Usually for just unofficial paperwork and note taking, I might still put Mink from time to time. But if it's official, it goes with NASA's. So this is Tap. Robert, you're gonna be Tap when we shorten your name out, because that just sounds cool. Because I always do something short.
Oh my goodness.
Most of us have some kind of shortened name that's not like NASA's, SIL, Missile, Pharaoh. I always thought Marlo was cool for coming up with Pharaoh. That was hot.
Yeah.
That was hot.
I would say September 4th.
You would say September 4th.
I'm gonna say September 4th. We're gonna round it to that date. That's about that time frame because we were up there for a week and a half, just that 1 year, and I've been up there a couple of times.
So you were coming back from one of those camping trips when you came by that time.
Right, because if I got the scar on this camping trip,
Okay.
I got it because I don't know if you can see it.
Well, it's better than tar, because the other option would be tar. And tar is kind of...
No, you ain't taking that.
Yeah, you don't want your plane flying in tar, man. Tap is cool, though. Again, that's Iron Lake we're referring to then, right?
Yes,
Okay.
because they usually go up there for like a week and a half, and I don't remember exactly when we were up there. What day we got up there, but that's a Friday.
You know, this could be the one show we've got the most work done out of all of us.
Right, yeah.
Like, getting a hell of a lot of shit done here.
So there's that. Let's go with.
Robert, did you ever confirm for me whether you still got Manta? Because I remember Manta from like back in the original talks, the Facebook Messenger we passed back and forth. I was like, you still got that one, right? And you did say earlier that you have more, so gotta make sure we get these locked down. You got anything that you're gonna stick in these reserve bases you talking about? I'm sure you probably got older ones or something.
Me?
Well, all of y'all, actually, really. I mean, seriously. OAE, I don't know how many of yours are like old enough to be considered reserve. Well, you've only got one reserve base, so you could just, it could be all encompassing. We'll probably call yours a rescue. It'd probably be rescue. I like to call them rescue for this reason, because the rescue ones are, again, they're all encompassing. Okay, so see, Manta could be part of that one too. So that gives you 9 birds. What is that? What's Manta? Is Manta, I mean, again, striker, attacker, bomber, something like that? Airlifter? Mark over there had a Stingray for a while, but I don't think he remembers what happened to that one.
Oh, thank God. I'm trying to figure out what resort to put this one at.
Well, if you could come up here's
So,
a thought. You could do something like I do with Hawk Mahafa, where it's like some kind of name where it's an amalgamation of an all-encompassing thing. You take the first 2 letters of, like, I don't know, however many resorts you stayed at, and see if you can come up with a name that combines them.
Oh my
Still
goodness.
sounds
That would be
semi-legitimate.
No, that would be impossible.
Okay, well, I'm just saying,
You know how many
just to give you an idea.
You know how many resorts we stayed at?
Okay, just take the first letter then.
D for Disney? Because it's almost like each one of them. Unless you like take the A for like Art of Animation.
Oh, you mean
Caribbean.
they're all resorts within Disney itself?
Well, that's that, yeah. I've stayed at this one. I've stayed at
Oh, bloody hell, he's sharing the screen.
wait, did we stay? I don't know if we stayed at this one. We've stayed at this one. We've stayed at where's the other ones at?
And see, and it all depends on how close
so
they
I've stayed at all 3 of these. So there's 3 down here.
Now, normally when we do this, normally I like to consider exactly kind of like the same thing that's going up.
Movies,
I was
music,
talking about originally with me and Milwaukee.
sports. Where's
How
sports?
close they are. If it's clustered enough, is it the same base? In a situation like his that he's bringing up here, I might make an exception because they're all around the same damn area.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to see which one I want to put it at.
Right.
Like, where am I
Even
going to
though
put the headquarters?
It may turn out freaking huge. Hopefully you won't put the airspace like all over the damn place. Just say like, okay, it's just this cluster. Because it could easily become the biggest base ever, even though you really haven't flown anywhere around there.
Right. I could put the headquarters right here at Galaxy's Edge. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Because, yeah. That's the whole reason why I was up there for that long. Just this last year. Put that as the headquarters. But this is the base. But yeah, I've stayed there. We stayed up here. I've stayed at the Contemporary. Which is at the Bay Lake Tower. I've stayed there. Let's see. Where is Animal Kingdom?
That would be Southwest Africa or Southeast Africa.
No. Where is Animal Kingdom Resort?
Well, there's a lot of animals there.
Oh yeah, Animal Kingdom Lodge. I've stayed there. The villas. Where's Animal Kingdom actually at? This is considered. Where's the entrance to it? Oh, right here. That's weird. Okay. Interesting. So we stayed there. Now we've stayed here at Westgate. We've stayed.
Okay, that's all well and good, but what are you gonna call it?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe like MM. Can you guess?
Yes, I can guess. I don't want to.
Or WD.
Actually, you can't use that.
What? I can't use WD.
You can't use that one.
Or DW. I could use DW.
You could use DW. You could not use WD. Because WD's Wisconsin Dells.
Oh, you're a turd.
Oh, yep. Actually, I'm looking to see if you could use MM. Oh, you can, as long as it's not active. You can't use it if it's active, though.
I wasn't planning on making this active.
Oh, no, I know. But I knew the Dells were, the Dells got WD already. Although it would have been good. I would have suggested that too, actually.
What,
but
MM?
DW works pretty cool. You can just say that.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those. It would be one of those three. I mean, that would make sense for any of those.
Right, yeah, because why not? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I'm thinking I'm going to put it... I think I'll put the...
And Robert, again, I'll give you...
Let's put the marker up here.
Well, you could edit it anyway. But
I've stayed there too. Stayed there too. I forgot about that one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I told you, I've stayed at a lot of hotels, and those are just the ones on Disney property.
Thank God this is just one base. Damn.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do this. And then... So we'll put it here. Yeah, I'll put this here. Let's change this. So what's the question is, what's the number?
Well, that'll just be whatever date you give it. What date did you open it? And then we'll tell you. Because it's reserved, so it's just sequential. So that's just going to be a matter of what date you happen to open it.
Okay, hang on.
Which time you give the first one, whichever you decide the first one is, and then it'll be like, oh, okay, so it'll be...
Hang on. So it's 2000.
And you did say, okay, so you did say it's like the fin code would be DW or MM or something like that, but what is the base going to be called? Like the actual name.
You hush.
You want to call it Resort IRB? Because basically that's all you did was bounce from resort to resort.
Vacation. Okay, so there's that.
You guys see how much intricacies it takes getting all this stuff right? This is all the stuff. Like, again, if you get it sequential, it's not so bad. When somebody says, like, hey, I'm moving, I'm going to be in this new place. We're moving such and such day. It's going to be in Cleveland,
this
whatever.
Is so crazy.
It gets to be easy. But when you have to go retro, it's a little bit more complicated. It's not bad. It's a little more complicated. This just lets me know that I got to sit down, take more of a look at this crap, and get this all right. But...
When did we start paying for them?
It's not too bad. It really isn't. I've got the sheets able to be manipulated on my screen, so it's like, this is one of the reasons why I have some. If you guys get to see it, any of you guys see it, there are hidden columns in there, and that's what the columns are hidden for. Is like basically because like if you were to print the sheets out, you can just see all the pertinent information. The
Oh.
columns are hidden so that I can quickly zoom through and sort through certain things so that it makes it quicker for me to adjust them. Yes, I've seen. I'm gonna let me. Oh wait, I'm gonna check yours out again because I haven't refreshed it again. I just know that you're in there. I'm assuming
me
that
see.
since you've been hard at work, I can already see some differences though. Yes, you eliminated all the slashes, which is again perfectly all right. Perfectly all right. I didn't know. I didn't really think I wanted to keep them in there because they started to make it look a little bit messy. Man, dude, and I'll tell you what. When I was doing it, I was originally doing the numbers. Let me tell you how complicated it can get when you start running into like numbers that are close together. Like again, like right here, I'm looking at 2010s where the B24, the F24, and the A24 are all kind of close together. It's like, oh God, why is there a 24 here? Is this the same? Why is there a 24B? There's no real way to segregate these because it's not like we're trying to make it for everybody's numbers. It's not like I was like, okay, these are just OAEs. So. No, this is much better. This is cool. And this way you don't have to come up with that stupid, what we were talking about last time, where we were saying like, okay, so what's an all-encompassing prefix? Because now if you've only got a couple, I see you got that one's TUF, but still, that's tough. Well, you didn't get far down. I see where you still have slashes.
Oh man, come on.
Thank God you took a hold of it, though, because like I said, your family is much better than I do, so I was hoping it would be the case. I had no bloody clue. Plus, I got a little scared when I worked with exports, because I was like, you don't want to... I'm hoping you don't want to, like, break down the exports something different, because technically they shouldn't be. Kind of. Even though, like Mark was saying, like, if we want to indicate, like, joint builds with a J in front of them, that's something to think about. Although I still think, I don't know. I don't know how I consider that really. I think basically whatever they are, they still are what they are.
Search?
I'm assuming you're going to take out the rest of the slashes too, since you cleaned up that far. So, I mean, it looks pretty cool. I'll keep it that way. It's a lot cleaner without the damn slashes. I don't know how the military likes to keep doing that crap still. I don't think I would do that if I had a choice. Oh wait, we do have the choice. Yeah. So your basic Vulcan. Well, that didn't change, did it? The F-62 was what I thought it was. Did it change? I don't remember. I actually I don't remember. Did it change now?
There's a search thing inside the search thingy, inside the thingy.
I gotta go back to Vulcan. Yeah, F-62. I mean, I just know that it went all the way up to Z, crying out loud. Oh, for crying out... Which it still does at this moment. Robert, please don't make a whole bunch of them like that, man. I'm kidding. I don't care. Do y'all guys do it as you want, as long as we can keep track of them. I don't give a crap. I'm a little disappointed you guys haven't been fin coding though, man. Come on now, what's up with this? Especially OAE, especially you. You should be easy. I would like to think that you take a picture on Instructables. We have a nice, cool ST on all of your planes that are stationed at sterns. That'd be really cool. Just saying, because yours is easy. You've only got one place to do it. Because you closed Edwards. Oh, man. No, I was just jealous because you had Edwards. I mean, Edwards in California, like ED. Man, if I was carrying Edwards, man. 2.
Okay,
But
so
either
that's
way,
not working.
okay, so you got it. Like, I mean, you've only got one to worry about. It's not like us where I've got javelins at 6 different places, so I got to put 6 different codes on there. But I do it lovingly so, because I enjoy that.
So let's go here.
But Mark has only got like 12 planes. He should be fin coding too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can't be too hard for you.
Photos.
Robert, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to do something totally different with yours because yours is taped.
check
You're going to have to tape it on the
here.
side. Where's the FA-45? I'm looking. It all depends on what it basically is. Which I'm not telling you anything you didn't already know.
My photos.
No, the FA is not a designation. I never treat it like that. Because I don't have an attack fighter. I don't have a. They're either a fighter or an attacker. They are never both. Like I said, I try to avoid that. I mean, if it's multi-role, it develops multi-role, but typically it starts out as, I mean, if it's primarily my striker, it's staying my striker. So, what the hell's the FA-45, big guy? Where's it at? Man. Sorry, there's a lot of numbers. I gotta be close. Oh, solar flare. Okay, yeah, that's missiles. I know because it's an area demonstration team, and he literally that's all it is. Did you put your U in there yet? I literally think we should probably just retro that and call it U1. Because unless anybody else beats that with utility, that's all he intended. Yeah. It might be a U1, literally, because there's no other plane. You've got it, but U is a prefix to something else that's already got numbered, right? Like TUF-34, it's already an F-34. You don't have a U1. If you do, then make his the U2. But, I mean, if it's just the straight-up U, he might literally be the first U1 because nobody else has got it. But at least somebody took it. That way, next person be U2, next person be U3, so on and so forth. I would go ahead and do that. Because, yeah, I talked with him about it before, too. It really is just, yeah, it really is just an aerial demonstration. It's not intended to be fighter attacker at all. So
I can't understand this crap.
you can't find out what your other pictures, like the dates on it again, or
I'm working.
No, not that. Whenever the first time it was, you was at a place.
So we were at the.
You know something else I realized too. OAE. After looking at this, I realized that I got to talk with KIA about when the hell his aerial demonstration team cracked, because he has one too, and they're not on here. Ah, man, I gotta ask him. Oh, crap. I don't think that's gonna be before you won. Because I'm pretty sure Missile was the first one to do it. Because we were talking about it. Then he cranked one out. Maybe. I gotta ask D. Okay, it's either gonna be the U1 or U2, so you can make it either one of those. I mean, at least that'll be easy to change. Because that's all it is. For those of us who are only making singular aerial demonstration teams, hey, Mark, have you thought about making one?
Always.
I don't even know what the hell I was going to do. I was basically literally thinking about just making like an exclusive set of index card planes. I mean, literally out of an index card and that size, whatever size they came out to be. And then maybe taper them. A la Robert.
That's funny.
And then, they'd be the aerial demonstration. Yeah, you're right. There'll be so few. It'll just be simple. He's either U1 or U2. It doesn't matter. Because those two are the only ones that have them right now. And exclusive as aerial demonstrators.
Do you do 2-digit month, 2-digit day, 2-digit year?
Yes.
So that's the whatchamacallit of the.
Bloody hell, where are you?
That's the date. That's the base name, the headquarters.
Yeah. The title is always the yeah. You could look at whatever the other ones say. Like if you're putting that as the icon, whatever the other ones say is the icon. That's what you do.
I don't know what they'd say.
Well, it's right there. They're over on the left side.
Could I click on reserves?
If it's the icon, it says AR or SR or RR.
What does that mean?
Well, it's either Fighter Regiment, Strike Regiment, Rescue Regiment, Airlift Regiment. It just depends. The R is Regiment. The AFS, that's the role. So Strike, Airlift, Fighter, blah, blah, blah. And then the sequential number. So like you said, that's September. Wait, what? Say it again.
September 6th, 06.
September 6th, 06. Fuck beans. I'm going to have to go. He's adjusting that. Hold on. I'll tell you.
So you just use the number?
Yeah, you just need it's they are plain straightforward sequential. September 6th, 06. That means it's before the 26th. It's before the 20. It looks like it's going to be the 20. It is. It's the 24th. The 25th. Excuse me.
So what does that mean?
It depends on what you base there. If you want to make it like a rescue regiment, it'll be RR25, and then everything else is going to have to be slotted down.
So.
Because you got there, dude. That means
I was going to make it a fighter.
You made it before Trinity? You did not make it before.
No. Sorry, 2016.
Ah, okay. 2016. Well, that makes it a lot different. Hold on. That probably means you're the last one in line.
Yeah, sorry.
Which make it a hell of a lot easier.
No.
Jeez, that's a substantial difference. Okay, if that's a fighter regiment, then that's... What are you going to put there? You got old fighters you're going to put in there?
I'm going to, yes.
Oh, okay. I was just checking. So, yeah, then it'll be FR29. As of right now.
So...
Wait a minute. Oi, when did you open up Trolleyway? We got to see what he says about that. If Trolleyway is before that, it'll be 30. If it's after that, it's 29. I'm thinking he's going to say after that because I think he said this is recent. Yeah, if you made Trolleyway after the 2016? 2013, okay. Then you have FR30. Trolleyway is going to be R29.
Curry for 30.
Okay.
I mean, for
Oh,
3.
no, that's fine.
So wait. So it's FR30.
It's FR30, yeah.
But where do I put this date?
Oh, then you could... let me look at that again. You'd be the first one to actually put it in the reserves because I haven't slotted that in yet. Go back to... Wait, let me see the active duty. We got to do this right. Oh, you could put it under the icon. Just say, like, it opened up the date.
Like that. Established.
Yeah, established then. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. Because I haven't done the reserves yet, so you'll be the first one getting the reserves done.
Whoa. Okay, so wait a minute.
Although I'm gonna fill this in since OAE just told me that what?
Where is the icons?
Trolleyway is 13. Remember it's
reserves have different icons. What's my icon?
It's a little bitty. It's the prop looking plane, the straight wings, not the.
What are you talking about? The reserve is the regular icon?
Yeah. Wait, you got 5 icons there, right?
I got icon shape as in...
Yeah, but then below it should say other icons, and there should just be 5. It should be the left one's like the plane, the middle one's the plane,
no,
and the third
I don't have that.
It should be the third one in line.
I don't have that. Look at what I got.
Okay, hold on. Oh, you don't have that. Why do you not have that?
Yeah, I don't have that.
Okay, well, put an icon in there first, and then you should be able to change the icon shape. That's how I did it.
So how do you change the icon shape?
Well, no, do the editing thing. Do that. No. Do the fill. The first
That's what I
one.
did.
Yeah. Yeah. Now go down there to icons. Yeah.
Just pick one.
Yeah. Okay. Now what does that say below it? What's that box? What's that click on the box down there? Yeah. What does that say? There you go. They're in there.
Where?
Go up. What does it say across the top with the blue linkies?
Business, crisis, facilities and services, points of interest, recreation, transportation.
There you go.
Transportation.
Okay.
So it's just this one?
Yeah, most likely.
The first plane thingy?
Oh, wait a minute. What's the one down in the bottom right?
This?
No, all the way to bottom right.
This?
All the way to bottom right. The word's down there.
See newer icons?
Yeah, click that. There they are. Those are the ones. Now, find the planes.
This one?
Yeah, straight wings. Yes, that's it. Oh, wait, is that the straight wing? No, the one next to it.
Oh.
Yes, that one.
I
There
got
it
you.
is. Okay, there you go.
And then put my color on it?
And then put your color on it. Man.
And then put my color on it, and then what? And close? But
And
it's
then
not
close.
changing.
It should have. It did. What?
This isn't
Go back in
changing.
there. Go back in there and do that again.
There we
There you
go.
go. All right.
I'm like, I clicked on it. Stop being dumb.
Yeah, right? Okay, you said 2000. Oh, wait, you said 2013-ish? Okay.
Okay, so now let's.
Do you know what you put there? Did you make that a reserve base? You
Me?
you could skip X. That's fine.
So
I'm
let's.
sorry. I'm sorry. He distracted me. You could skip X. I don't usually constitute X unless it really is just something somebody keeps like exclusively as their like something they work with that they never bring into frontline duty, because there are some planes like that. You've got one. I think KIA's got a couple of them. And I just did I don't think I even put the hash. I think it was just like OX. Yeah, there you go. Like Blade. You've got Blade there December 6th of 09. It's just OX1. You can actually hear the music better than I can. I know he's just keeping it subtle in the background, which is cool.
What? You can hear music?
Yeah?
Where? Because I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
Well, me and OAE can. I bet Robert can too, actually.
So now what do I name that?
Oh, God, I got to look at your screen again. Hold on.
So now.
Now whatever you're going to call it, what are you going to call it?
What? DW what?
Oh, that's the fin code.
Okay, so what's the.
What's the base name? Like I said, you could call it Resort. What are you going to call it?
Resort IRB?
Yeah, you can do that. That works. Cruella de Vil. Yeah, you do that, and then
change the color?
change the color to your Tar Heel blue.
Yeah, I think that's it.
There you go.
How big is that base size?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm worried about it because if you do that,
I was nice enough to keep it around the resorts and that resort in the parking lot area, and the pools around the back that we were. I didn't put it around everything because if you look at it, I only went this.
Ginormous.
I only went around this. Well, there's 2 resorts here in one.
I know, but it'd still be ginormous.
It is big, but I mean, I didn't add this resort in this parking lot. I didn't add the water here. I didn't add this resort. I didn't add the park over here.
Ugh.
I did not add the rest of the hundreds and hundreds of stuff all around here.
I know, man, dude. It's like so ridiculous.
I didn't add all of that because I
was
could have.
Well, I was thinking you should probably have just freaking like just put little icons in there to indicate and just said like these are all satellites of the one base. Really.
I mean, I could see if I draw little lines to that,
Yeah, you could do that too. I mean, that's another option.
but that still counts as square footage, though.
It does.
I thought you didn't want that.
I mean,
It'd be the largest reserve base.
I know, dude, by a long shot. Like,
'Cause I'd have to
nobody's
go
ever
up
gonna beat
here.
that.
I'd have to go all the way up here.
Well, that's what I was saying. If you just put like icons at the different places, the little icons, but just say that these are all satellites of the same base. That way, you wouldn't have to put like the boundaries. You would just have those.
Yeah, because I'd have to go all the way out here. I'd have to go outside of the perimeter.
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean this is encroaching on other territory here. So you're telling me that this? No way. Music's been playing the whole time. It's subtle for you, right? Is it what you're saying?
Yeah, it's very subtle. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Because
Maybe
I thought
should-
it shut it
maybe
off
I should have
completely.
maybe I should have pointed it out because now everybody's gonna be like, "Wait a minute, they're playing music in the background." Oh well, that's gonna be a copyright infringement. Blah blah blah.
No, I actually picked copyright-free music.
I know. We were talking. We mentioned that.
So, but anyways, I mean it's late. We got some work done. We didn't build.
No, we did not build. How the hell did we manage to get
We
through this
didn't-
without
we didn't
building? But
build. We're gonna have
we
to
get a
build.
whole bunch of work done on this though, which is real good.
Yeah, this is actually the most productive stream we've had this late. It may have seemed like I was messing around, but I was actually trying to find dates.
Indeed. Which
So
can
I wasn't
be some of
goofing
the hardest
around
things
just
you do.
looking at old pictures and stuff. I was trying to find dates relative to where I was at and what location. I was for two really. Oh man, that was a lot.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
Is that which one is this?
What are you looking at?
The 20.
Well, like I said, I haven't had a
R20.
chance to.
RR20.
I haven't had a chance to do the reserves like I did the active duty yet. So
Oh, no, that's there. RR20 is there. I forgot
No,
about
I
that
don't-
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to put a whole bunch of little satellite next to. I could probably close that down. I didn't realize how close I was, man.
To the old reserve base that you got over there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm right down the road. I mean, it's like a 20, 30-minute drive.
Oh yeah, but still, it's good enough, right?
Yeah, it's close.
Well, I mean, you could just include it in the rest of it. I mean, if it's that close.
No. I might even shut that down. Because, I never thought I would go back there.
Yeah, well, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Where in the world is this city at? I'm trying to find a city. Because I'm trying to see in relation to... Oh, okay. It's south of Land O'Lakes. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, the home of the butter?
Yeah.
Uh,
I bet
where
there
is
is
that damn hole?
Okay, so it's there. So I'm just curious as to what the distance is. This is still work or like business related, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually trying to find in relation to.
He's trying to figure out if it's actually going to be worth it to put it as the same base or a different base or what have you. At least I'm assuming that's what he's doing. I would do the same thing, so. Sometimes these things, when you get them like this, you question whether or not,
Yeah.
how close they really are and if it counts.
Okay, so that's there. So that's that. But how far is...
I'll have to go through. Like I said, if we do the closed bases, it's not going to be that one won't be as big for everybody. I mean, obviously, you're just going to have the one. Robert might not have any. Mark, you're going to have like what, 2 or 3? It's not going to be that many for you either. And I'll have like literally 2 or 3 as well. It's not going to be much.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. It's like if I do that, I might not
Yeah.
even do that. But it is kind of cool.
But if
to
I
keep.
go on...
So I don't know. I might. We shall see.
But if we... So that's 80 miles there.
God, I can't even keep track of it all. Guys.
I'm just trying to see. 80 miles is a good distance away. That's like an hour.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're really starting to consider whether or not it's going to be.
Well, yeah. So, but I'm actually trying to look at more. So, if I look at... If I go here, now I'm 30 miles. But then I need to consider how far this is to this. It's 50 miles to that. That's not gonna. She's not gonna like that.
Wait a minute. Who's she that's not going to like that?
That's an hour drive to work. She's not gonna like that.
Oh, okay.
And then it's...
Wait, she's not the one that's got to drive to work?
No, but she's got to deal with me coming home. That's what it is. She's got to wait for me to get home.
Well, not only that, but
And that's another hour.
you're going to have to get some flights in before you get there.
Right. I gotta stop and... So let me look at here. That's why I was looking at this area.
Try to keep in mind you want to have a nice little park or at least a yard that you can,
We're
fly.
we're trying to have a yard. That's what. Yeah, we're trying to get a house with a yard. We're not. We're gonna rent, and then buy. And if we buy, we're gonna buy something with a couple of acres. So I'll have plenty of room.
I don't understand how Scientologists can own a town in Florida when Disney pretty much owns freaking Florida.
Nah, they own like this section.
Too much. God.
They just bought more. You know that, right?
Well, of course they just bought more.
They had to.
Eventually it's just going to be Disneyland Southeast, which used to be known as Florida.
Okay, so how far is...
Mouse heads keep going down there.
That's
That's
that. That's
Satan.
30. But how far is that to this? Now
I'm
you're
glad you guys
talking 30
helped me.
minutes. Now you're
I'm glad
talking
you guys
30
helped me out with
minutes.
this though. So, I mean, I needed it.
And then you're talking how long from... how far from... You're talking 45 minutes.
45.
45 minutes from observe base. 30 minutes from work. It's not a bad deal.
No?
It's not a bad deal. I just got to look at the area. I don't know how rough this area is.
Oh,
Downtown
rough.
Plant City Commercial District. I don't know if I like that. But if I go out this way with all this greenery, there's a golf pro shop right here. Yeah, why not? No, I'm just trying to
figure where his next base could be.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get an area of where it would be if I'm going to go down this like south area, this area, Or am I gonna go? Ooh, I could go look up in this area. Ooh, Hillsborough, River Step. Oh yeah, let's go look in this area. So that's an hour to the reserve base. And then you're talking.
Well, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that, right? I mean,
She doesn't like that drive, but that's
well,
30.
no,
That's
no,
30 minutes to.
I'm not saying about like the drive though. I just mean like you don't care if it's like, I mean, a separate base for you, as opposed to if it's the same base. Do you care or do you care?
30 minutes to there, 30 minutes to work. Okay. I mean, I'm just trying not to like be on top of one another.
Okay.
And I'm trying to find a decent area, and I don't know. The thing is, I don't know where. What the crime rate is, and what the area looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's a whole bunch of greenery. I mean, it looks like it's just wide open, but who owns it? I mean, I'll even show this on the thing. Let's transition.
On the thing?
Let's transition over here real quick while we wrap this up.
He's trying to show us what we're gonna see here about like what he's talking about.
So yeah, I mean, you see this here is green, like wide open green. Like
In
yeah,
Florida,
there's
that looks, in
yeah,
Florida,
there's
that's
some
kinda like a
water.
swamp. Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's some water, but I don't know how much of this is swamp, because obviously there's a house right here.
That's true. That's true.
And
it could be elevated.
And whose house is this? And how much of this do they own? Do they own all of this? Because that would be awesome. But it would stink for me because obviously I can't build on it or buy it or anything else unless it's for sale. If you look down this way, you can see that all of this is kind of zoned out. So crazy to see that.
Right? No kidding.
Like, what is it? Because I just want something like this, like something small like that. Just give me, give me a chunk like that.
I would, yeah, right. I would too, yeah.
I just don't want to live on County Line Road.
County Line Road.
I don't know what the environment is, and then you're talking about getting up in this area, and I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're talking.
I can understand that.
You see, this is busy, and I'm pretty sure that this area is rough.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I bet it is too.
I'm just taking a guess. You put so many people like that, somebody's liable to get mad at each other. But then this doesn't look so bad. You can just see that all the subdivisions are kind of tucked back in. That's so crazy to see that. There ain't no land. There's no land for sale. This has got to be swamp. Oh, this is preserve. That's why I saw green. This is all natural area. You can't build back here. I'm just trying.
That figures. That makes sense. I mean, it looks like the kind of layout that one of those kind of protected areas has. Yeah.
301 Bar and Grill, really? Like that's. They got a paintball place out here?
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it, bruh.
What? They got a paintball area back here? Interesting.
Well, now you got a place to just shoot down your planes.
But I'm just trying to find.
If you're doing that. You're doing that.
I'm just trying to find some area like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Someplace you could set a trailer down.
No. I'm not doing that. So, you know. These houses are way too close together, though. Why does everybody got to do that? You want to see each other peeing. Oh, my goodness. What is this?
Maybe that's what your neighbors are into, dude.
Dude, do you see this house?
Yeah, you're not going to get that one.
I know, but still, like, whose house is this?
Nobody listed in the phone book, I guarantee it.
What is it?
That's not a house. That's not a house, bro. That's a compound. That is what is known as a compound.
Well, I know. You look at this thing. I mean, that's massive. Whose house is... And they got this funky, stupid-looking courtyard area.
Maybe they like horses. Maybe. Oh, dude, that's the mutant school from X-Men.
You're so stupid.
It looks like it, doesn't it? Think about it.
It does. You're so stupid. I was just watching that again the other day. And then you got this little tiny peon house down here.
That's where the slaves live.
I mean, this thing is huge. And why is this trail so funky right here? Like, why can't it just be an oval?
Because dude likes road course kart racing.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. You're right. It could be a little go-kart track.
Oh, I'm sure that's what it is. Look at how wide it is. And it follows a pattern. It actually looks like an amalgamation of what they try to do to get some pretty good layout of a smaller version of somebody's track.
I wonder who owns out here.
Fuji turn in there. Hey, dude, I mean, you got so many ritzy people. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's so hard to tell.
Yeah. No, I get you. They got a boat out here? Oh, he's probably got it inside down there.
Dude, seriously, like, I did this one time, like, not long ago. I just followed the lakeshore up here, like, literally, in Wisconsin. Just followed Lake Michigan. And, like, about, I don't know, say 20 minutes north, you go up there, and there's some massive houses right alongside the lake. I'm like, who the hell lives here? This is where all the bucks live, I guess, or something like that. You know, because I mean, seriously, it's only motherfuckers that could live up in the road like that.
Right. That's like you're telling me like somewhere some football player, some basketball player, somebody lives here.
Bill Gates. I mean, something like that. Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, or like you said, there's a kart track. I mean, could be
a race.
Pablo Montoya's house.
You're so stupid.
Michael Andretti's place. I don't know. I mean, dude.
Yeah, like I'm Fort King.
They don't live in the damn. They don't live anywhere listed. That's for damn sure. But you could just put that. You could put that message out there. Just put it on Facebook once. Just say, hey, where's the town it is? Did you say Fort King?
Yeah.
To say, hey, Fort King, I'm coming for you. They get nervous and say, like, how you find out where I live? And you say, like, oh, snap.
Yeah. You so I get.
I didn't know it was George Lucas's house. Oh, hey. I mean, you have no idea who it is, but I'm just saying it comes out of nowhere.
Because it's man, that's a drive.
Your lake looks like a kidney.
But it's like Lettuce Lake Park. That sounds terrible.
That looks like a floodplain area right there.
That's what I'm saying. Like this looks all this is all natural. It says natural preserve, like wilderness preserve.
How far away from Orlando? That's near Orlando, right? How far away from
this
Orlando?
Is near Tampa.
Oh, that's near Tampa. Okay.
So this is near Tampa.
Oh, that's right, because you said Land O'Lakes. My bad.
Yeah. And then you're talking reserve bases up this way. So, I'm just trying to think of it in relation and how far I would have to drive. And I'm trying to.
I don't know. Dude's house is pretty big. He's got like a 12-car garage.
I know he's all the way out here on his crazy lake. Look at that. That's a huge house.
He's got a cherry picker. And there's 5 cars outside, for crying out loud. 2 of which look exactly the same, which means he owns a fleet. Or those are his limos. I don't know.
Right, but then there's this thing that's over here.
Yeah, which is
That's got at least 2 RVs.
That's the servants' quarters.
Yeah, like I'm assuming that this looks like a. Almost like an employee lot.
Well, it literally could be like a race car driver, because the RVs could be his like traveling things. Those are the garages for the cars, and that's his little test track for karts, because it does lead back into there.
That's what I'm saying. This leads into there.
Yeah. So I mean.
And there's somebody. This here.
Then again, it's Florida. It could just be a drug kingpin, for all you know.
Yeah, or some golfer.
Or some golfer? I mean, no, because usually golfers have some kind of hole around their house. They usually either have putting greens or they actually have a course or a couple holes or something.
What is this?
There's
the lake. There's the water. The water hazard.
There's the church, and there's the whole steeple. I know it.
I mean, I don't see. Yeah, because he would probably live on a like a couple hole golf course, anyways.
Yeah.
If that was the case, because I know that's what I would do.
Right.
Yeah. But I appreciate everybody stopping by.
Yeah, I appreciate all the help. OAE, Robert, appreciate it. Thank you very much for like helping out with the sheets there. Obviously, continue to do so. Everybody can be shared or gets the information. So, if you find some things out, change things up, you're welcome to them. Just don't destroy them. That's all I ask. They're not the only copies. But
yeah. Do we gotta do? Oh yeah, you gotta bring it down.
Gotta bring it down.
Bring it down.
I guess.
So, with that said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for chatting. Is done.
Appreciate that.
If you have any questions, leave them below. And as always, keep them flying.